Holy shit. We are live, everybody. Woo! Oh my goodness gracious. We're live. So normally how this goes, David, well, this is a watch party. So we actually don't even introduce the podcast itself. Normally we'll dick around for a couple of minutes, let some people join in on the live streams and then go from there. But man, we're just diving right in.
Perfect.
I love that we've got the TGL tonight at the exact time of our show, which we are going to be doing a companion show tonight where we've got it up. We can't share it with you guys, unfortunately, so you're going to have to go on to ESPN on your TV while you got your phone or laptop up to watch us do this entire companion episode. It says on ESPN Plus that the event, it's starting soon.
I mean, it should already be started.
It really should. I'm quite
7.
disappointed about this. It's 2 minutes after. Come on, ESPN. Let's get it together.
Pre-game interviews.
Me too. I thought we were going to start to get a little bit of a feel for this damn thing. I was looking at it too. I'm like, maybe we can just play the audio from the feed, but that gets a little sketchy too. So we might get banned right off the bat with that. But that being said, folks, welcome back everybody to the Pull Hook Golf Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cook. Tonight we've got David Gies II with us. I realized, the deuce. I realized that the other day when we were hanging out at good old Trevor's here in Arcadia, and I was like, the second, huh? Yeah. And then you told me a fun fact about your dad.
The putt-putt champ.
Oh my God, what an absolute legend.
The actual putt-putt golfing games.
He really, and you were telling me he made like 10 grand on this putt-putt circuit.
In one tournament in the 70s.
One tournament.
Yeah, in the 70s.
Gosh, I guess they're paying out some bucks.
It'd be the equivalent of like a Corn Ferry win. Yeah, it's
it really
pretty good.
And folks, if you don't know, Butsy and I did a live commentary for a putting world championships out in North Scottsdale, and that was a blast. We had no names, by the way. We only knew like a couple people. And we were just screaming obscenities the entire time for like 3.5 hours. It was fantastic. People loved it. I don't
so
understand
did you make up names or
pretty much?
Actual,
oh no, I was describing people. I was like, oh, here comes Mr. Joggers, and his girl is wearing stilettos tonight, which she's very proud of him. Oh, until he misses the cut.
So it's like watching semi-pro, like Wendy Peppercorn.
Wendy Peppercorn. Oh, honey, he's hot today. The Mr. and Mrs. Peppercorn. God, you got me with that one. That one's going to stick in my head. That's going to live rent-free for a while. That could be tough. Fuck, we don't even have the event. It's not on yet? Refresh that bad boy. Let's see.
It's got to be on.
Come on. Oh, it's still...
It's a primetime event premiere.
Yeah, this is very interesting. The TGL is so as we're talking about the TGL and that's about to get started, one of the things I wanted to mention with David as well is that he participated over at Grass Clippings, the Grass League. So not the TGL, not the Tomorrow Golf League, but the Grass League and in a caddy event.
It was pretty good too.
I mean, your swing on hole number 1. Fuck, you dropped it in the slot, and that thing was pretty, dude. I took a video of that, and I was like fangirling. Like I'm listening to, I wasn't even trying to do commentary, and I didn't even realize it when I posted the story that like you could hear my voice.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden
Dave
played
drops it in there.
I was like, oh my God, he's going right after it. Dave just drops it in there. Like there was like an octave that like I was not prepared for that.
It was pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with the first shot. The first shot's a tough one because, I mean, I haven't played anything that meant anything in a while, even though it's a fun caddy event. We're all drinking, but
you and Willie Wilcox, Sungjae's caddy. So David, by the way, is Bud Colley's caddy for anybody that is interested. Bud, if Bud's claim to fame is really when he was a phenom golfer, he got into like one of the first Tiger Woods games.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until recently. I think you mentioned it the other day, which I mean that's pretty impressive. But he was the guy that was going to be a world beater.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's one of the first to ever get his card on sponsors invites.
Really?
I think he's one of the first to like power through that and just, I mean, now you got guys like Luke Clanton and Ludwig and all these guys that do it regularly, but I think he was one of the first guys that took advantage of the sponsors invites.
That's pretty sick. I mean, one thing that I will say about Bott, it's unfortunate he's dealt with a lot of medical stuff throughout his career, which has kind of derailed it to a degree, but he's back. He's healthy right now, right?
He's healthy. He's a little bulldog. I mean, he's a hell of a good player. He's unbelievable. I mean, that guy is as talented as anybody out there.
Well, you were telling me too that Billy Horschel had some kind words for him.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, honestly, he's one of the hardest workers I've ever met. And Billy Horschel came up the other day. He's like, "What are you, a bodybuilder or are you a professional golfer?" He's jacked. I mean, honestly, I don't think you'd want to get in a fight with him. I think he would take you.
No, he looks like he's built.
Yeah, he's a strong dude.
It reminds me of the Arizona State running back, Cam Scatterbo.
Yeah, not too different.
Yeah, I mean, similar builds. Strong legs.
I mean, Scatterbo's taking a little bit more hits to the neck. And that neck is well trained to take a hit.
Scatterbo, man, I think he's got a concussion. Every time he comes out, he's just like having Tourette's with his helmet. He said that it's not that. It's the fact that he's got this OCD with how his helmet fits, and he's got to like adjust it.
But he doesn't adjust it with his hands.
No, just the head. Just like tweaking.
Well, we got some action.
Oh, we got action. Tommy Fleetwood here. Here we go, folks.
So we got no warm-up. We just went straight to the tee.
We just went straight to the tee. I have no idea what just happened, by the way. So maybe there was a college basketball game that was on, but we're on ESPN Plus.
That's what it had to be.
You would think, right? But Tommy Fleetwood,
maybe
hole
it was
number
Kentucky
one.
Covering. Hopefully.
Which Tommy's going first here. So that's great news. We didn't miss much. Just tee shot number one. And by the way, hole number one is the claw. So this is 377 yards.
So I overheard some of the guy, I think it was Kisner, saying that they had made some adjustments to the last match to make it where holes were a little shorter, maybe potentially a little bit easier.
Hello, Trot Golfer. How are you, buddy? One of our pros from the Northwest here in Phoenix, and
Sweet.
he's an absolute. He's the one who wants Bernard Longer to be executed
For cheating.
Yeah, he's a big anchor person that. And,
we actually
we've
had this
gotten on board.
discussion today. I don't think there's a whole lot of guys that don't cheat that use the long stick.
No, it's fully
I
like
think Lucas Glover's good.
Yeah, Lucas Glover, Adam Scott's good.
Webb's good.
Yeah,
Zalator's good.
but those are about the only guys that are good. Everybody else really pins it. Yeah. And see, Bernard, I think it's a language barrier for Bernard because he
The guy that speaks English perfectly.
he thinks that you can't indirectly anchor. So that is
So he goes forearm, right?
He goes forearm to the chest, and then the hand's like a little bit hard R, and then it's out there. And so Bernard does not. It's cheating. It is. We've looked into the rules, but who's gonna like call him on it? That's the thing.
Well, now he's got this reputation where he's the greatest senior player of all time.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can't do it.
And
But
they
at the
beat
PNC,
Tiger and
yeah.
Charlie. I mean,
At the PNC, you need to call it on. And Chambers still let it go.
All right, everybody. Colin Morikawa just showed that the technology is completely inaccurate. It's absolutely terrible. For all those fans that are the haters, especially on Twitter, this one's for you. Colin Morikawa, one of the best iron players, and just
hit
stuck
to a
it.
foot.
Just hit literally to like a foot.
But I think it's because the technology was wrong. He actually missed the green. There.
Yeah, I mean, that would have gone way over in real life. It was funny. Butsy had a great clip to where he's like, he was being totally like dry. And he's just like, it is the best technology in the world. It's even more realistic than real golf, okay? It is more realistic than real golf. And people were buying the whole skit. I mean, people are dumb on the internet, man. I tell you what, they're like, are you being serious? It's not more realistic than real life. But we've got a shorty out there from the good old Boston Common Golf Club. Could Boston Common go 0 for 2 in their matches? That could be tough.
Oh, Trot says Akshay's good. I don't know.
Is Akshay good? I don't think I've paid enough attention to Akshay.
You think Akshay's separated? I don't know.
Well, Akshay is like a brown praying mantis, so it's just there's not a lot of meat there to like pin stuff against.
Maybe he is good. He might be good. I saw one of my favorite follows, Anti-Live, is chilled. He's in there.
Oh, Anti-Live. He. This is early for Anti-Live chirping in. I mean, normally Anti-Live is like The last 3 minutes of the show, he's like, "Have you talked about Liv yet?" That's a classic.
I almost want to just go through the tweets on my burner account, but I don't want to give it away.
You do have a great. You are really good on Twitter with your burner accounts. We won't say what those handles are, but I do enjoy. And I do not follow you, by the way. So just so that people try to like figure this out,
Can't do it.
I do not follow him at all. I just know his name, and I will search for you, and I will look at the replies. That's the best spot to be. Here's Keegan Bradley, 17 feet 6 inches. He's got a chip. Now, what I've loved so far is that this green is diabolical. Guys have absolutely sucked. Look at this. It's going by a good 6-7 feet.
And my comment too with the chipping is that I think this is where guys are going to lose interest. Is they're going to hit these simple chips like that one in real life. He's never hitting it past 8 inches.
No,
and he's trying to hole it most of the time. And now he's chipping into 4 feet, and you're like, oh my god.
So this came up the first time where on the very first TGL match, the topic came up that could this be bad for the guys to where you could lose confidence because of your play in the artificial world. And I'll say when I was dealing with Major League Baseball teams doing virtual reality, that was one of the fears, that they didn't want to kill somebody's confidence.
See, I don't know. I mean, I think these guys are strong enough mentally, most of them, that it shouldn't.
Yeah, they don't really have many mental midgets out there, do they?
Nah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, I think what I've understand, there's some chips that are downgrade on where you're chipping from.
There is. Tiger was talking about that.
So into the green chips, you have no chance in turf.
No.
Into the green turf is impossible.
Yeah, it's just going to roll. Which is why I love the fact it adds like an element of being difficult. Like it's different than what they normally do, which I've appreciated. People don't like it because it's not like real golf and outside, but I tend to enjoy it.
I don't like that strategy of not giving Justin Rose that putt. I mean,
yeah. Well,
you got to give it to him early. Classic match play. You give it to him early, make him putt it late.
100%.
I mean, you give that putt every time.
The question is, did they throw the hammer? That's the only thing that I do wonder, because then it would be 2 points, but they would have to accept it or concede the hole.
I wish we'd play like proper hammer. Like,
Me
throw it
too.
anytime you want.
Yeah.
As soon as Morikawa hits it to a foot, hammer.
Yeah. Hammer. Just getting in there. We've got a lot of comments rolling in. Let's see here. So
Shout out to Marco from Scratch Golf. He's had me on.
Oh yeah,
good dude.
Dude,
he's coming out this week.
I saw your episode with him. I actually applauded that. I thought it was a really good interview. Better than mine with you, that's for sure.
Oh,
I mean, you were great. I'm just an absolute hack. So my golf game is a hack too. I got to go out and play after all these guys. So I was out there till like midnight, and I was playing with somebody else's clubs, which he had the Bryson DeChambeau grips.
Much like Willie using my clubs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I'm just out there spraying the shit out of it everywhere. It was great. The first time I picked up a club in 3 months. So that was exciting to actually be out there and hitting golf shots. My short game, shockingly, was pretty good. I think I got rid of the chipping hips, which is awesome.
That's usually the first to go is the short game.
I know. Well, my short game, when I stopped playing, I didn't try to stop playing. It just happened like the past 3 months. But I started going down a really bad path with the chipping yips. I started thinking about going cross-handed. I had to go to Parker McLaughlin to see him about, hey, how do I get rid of these yips?
And he's pretty good. I mean, that guy's, I'm not going to bash Mayo, but I think I would rather have a lesson from Parker.
Yeah,
I just don't think
agree.
Parker's ever going to talk down to me. And I think Mayo might talk down to me as soon as I hit that. Well, what'd you feel there? Well, I don't know. I haven't played in 4 months.
I was applauding on the podcast with Parker because I had him on, and I brought up the topic of Mayo, and I'm like, "You're so polite with the whole thing," and then he starts ripping him, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "You didn't do this on social media, but you're ripping him now." It was pretty funny.
I feel like every time I watch a video from Mayo, it's what did you feel there? Well, I felt this.
Ooh, Colin Morikawa almost didn't reach the fairway. Little short there.
They should have moved the tee up.
287 carry. See, that's the other thing people have been going nuts about. They're like, oh, the carry's not far enough. And I'm like, dude, the average on tour for how far these guys carry it. Like, you got Adam Scott, he's carrying it 300. You got Rory carrying it fucking 330.
Whatever distance he wants.
Yeah, I mean,
really.
Just how hard does he want to step on it? And
so we were talking about it yesterday on the range. So his height on the shot on 14, the tee shot on 14 the other day, was 160.
160 feet in the air.
So
they were talking
tour
about
average
how
is
high
115,
it is.
120.
No
like
shit.
Tour average. So Butt's up there teeing it up as high as he can, trying to send it, and hits it as high as he can. I think he got to like 152. He's like, I can't hit it any higher.
There's nothing else you can do. I couldn't imagine hitting it that freaking high. That'd be insane.
And tight draw, just sent.
Just absolutely sent. Well, folks, Derek Stafford, the referee, so he used to be an NBA referee. But as Justin Rose is getting ready for his approach shot here, I got a question for you. Are you pissed off that caddies are not involved in the TGL?
I think all of us were. The first one we watched, we were in Hawaii, and we're looking over, and they have TGL caddies.
Yeah.
You should bring us in. We should be mic'd up too.
You guys should definitely be reading the greens. That's for damn sure. Because these guys have not been.
Putt yesterday, weren't they?
Well, that could be a stroke problem, not necessarily a read issue.
But the stroke came through on the last.
I was I was ragging you guys a little bit to where I was literally being like, man, like these guys are supposed to be really good at reading greens, and butts are not dropping right now.
That read on the last was good though.
Holy shit, it was. How far was that? That was like 12 feet, 14 feet? Yeah. Dropped it in order to get into a playoff, by the way, yesterday in the Caddy event at Grass Clippings.
Here goes the mustache.
Yeah, good old. I mean,
that's wet.
That is
wet.
Oh, no. Keegan Bradley.
You can't make that mistake.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Adam Scott was wet too on the tee.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're going 2 down?
I mean, they're gonna. Boston Common, I mean, they're one of the favorites. But LAGC, I think, is the actual favorite.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing just growing up in England, Tommy's probably hit into a net quite a bit. So maybe he's used to it.
Tommy definitely has hit into a net a lot.
More so than these California guys. And, well, maybe Keegan has too.
Yeah, Boston guy. Oh, boy.
That looked flushed.
Yeah, he is dialed.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That was the tech.
I think we actually had, I think we had our first glitch, our first official real glitch there. What are they going to do? They're going to have him re-hit?
Will they do that?
I don't know. Like, is it just a bad break? That one, like,
fortunately, they have shots to play with. We got 2
It didn't even have a ball flight, really. It just kind of like went straight down. I mean, what are they going to do?
I want to see where it ended up. Cause
look at them. They're all just
so
standing
perplexed
around with their goddamn cocks in their hands. And by the way, I mean, what are the odds that hole number 1, I'm touting the technology because Colin Morikawa absolutely sticks it. Yeah. See, they knew.
Ref, he knew.
Yeah. There was something weird, though, that happened. Like, he absolutely flushed it, but oh, God, the chirpers are going to be going on this one. I mean, this is, they're going to be all over.
That's why you got a ref there. You get to fix it.
He's the NBA ref. Said, yeah, that's not a real shot.
I hope this one airmails.
Actually, he's dialed again. Look at this. Look at this. Oh.
He's like, I did not hook it. I did not hook that shot. I promise.
Oh, Tommy. So that is the one caveat. The nuance is that with Top Tracer, just like you would be watching a PGA Tour event, and if you go too far over to a side or a side, you'll see that the line starts off of the golf. So the golf ball goes, and all of a sudden, just to the right of it, the line starts. That happens on this because they're using Top Tracer.
Well, and also, to me, it's completely different than anything we've seen because you're hitting so far into it. You're not hitting 10 yards in front of you. It's a pretty big launch.
Drop Golfer says, the league is officially now over. I'm going to go climb under a rock for a while, guys, and I'm not going to come out for quite some time.
It's David on a bag this week. Yes, sir.
Bud Colley. Good old Bud Colley.
Could be the favorite. Who knows?
I mean, definitely my favorite this week. I might come out and just harass you guys out there. Just absolutely just start screaming.
Well, we've got late on Friday, so
Oh,
I think
boy.
we'll get the 16th.
Oh,
at
you're
its
gonna get a lot of things at its peak. A Friday night at the Open, the Wasted Management
I
Open.
should have told you today. So I'm walking back to the car. I had to drop my sweatshirt off and coming back, and there's this chick. She's maybe 23, 24, 25. Could not walk a straight line if you paid her $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
She couldn't do it. 12 o'clock on Tuesday. Just and by herself.
The festivities have already happened. We've got a social media post out there right now about just how messed up people get to where they start having the fentanyl disease to where they're like hanging hard right or hard left.
So she was walking across the street right there where Caddy parking is and where all the tour trucks are. And she looked okay the first few steps. And then she got to the sidewalk and it was just a slow toward the fence. And the fence got her. So she like held up. The fence held her up and she, it was, I said, honey, it's noon. And it's Tuesday. It's not, there's not even real golf going on right now. It's just guys chipping and putting.
I do always appreciate the girls, though, that show up in the sundresses and the stilettos and all of a sudden go falling down the dry Bermuda Hill and everything comes above the head and they're not wearing anything underneath. It happens every year. I mean, just hang around one of those dried out... it's a
you can't have
insider
spikes.
note.
Yeah, you can't have spikes enough to stop you on dry, dormant Bermuda. It's just...
They just take a dive. People thought the mud was bad. No, every year the dried out Bermuda gets them.
It's like trying to put a putter down. You're just,
Here's Adam Scott. He is not cheating with the long putter.
Yep.
And
well done.
Oh,
no.
No. You hate to see it. Boston Common.
They made an 8 there.
Was that an 8? Oh God, Boston Common's not off to a good start here,
If
folks.
I was Fleetwood, I'd just be like, I'm good with the glitch. We're just gonna play on because we can't lose this hole. We just can't lose it. Actually, we're gonna throw the hammer.
You think you should have thrown the hammer after the glitch? I wonder what Matt Berry's saying right now. He's like, and in the TGL, whenever we have a technology glitch, we acknowledge it and we allow him to hit again. That's where the referee comes in. I'll be out Thursday. There you go, Trot. I'll be out there. I got, actually, I haven't gotten sent my tickets yet, David.
Oh, I got them right here.
Oh, perfect. There we go. I'm getting them transferred over right now, folks. So
We do it live on here.
live on the air. Get those bad boys transferred.
This week's a little different. We have a different. Usually it's Ticketmaster.
What is it this week?
Axis.
Axis, huh? All right. Well, it's the first time they've ever gone digital with the tickets.
Yeah.
It's always been physical.
Kind of like the physical.
I do too.
Old school. Like
Yeah.
I remember as a kid going to Hornets games and it would be like, there'd be a picture on it. It'd be Larry Johnson. Now you transfer them over the phone.
I know. And really, we've got a lost art there with physical tickets. I mean, shit. I've got a Jordan Spieth signed flag because I was at the Masters 2014, 15, and 16. And was it 20? No. When did Jordan win?
14.
15. No, he won 15 because it was 14, 15, 16. Bubba beat him in 14. He won in 15.
14 Bubba's
and then
hook.
16, yep. And then 16 was the debacle on 12. But I've got a signed flag by Jordan Spieth. He used to be one of our clients. And sure enough, I have the tickets, the Masters tickets at the bottom, all framed up. It's beautiful. I'm going to put it in next week. I just got it from New York.
Into the studio or
In the studio.
Office.
It's probably going to go behind Jordan over there. We got, by the way, folks, we've got our audio engineer, Jordan Stevenson, in the house as well. I didn't give him a proper introduction. My apologies.
All good. What's
what an
going on?
asshole.
So my parlay is over, by the way.
Oh, it's
Before
done?
it even got started, it's over.
So that was part of the winnings yesterday. Fanatics was sponsoring the Grass League Caddy event. And sure enough, $1,000 in gambling. But the caddies had to be careful. You can't gamble on golf.
I put all of it on golf. No,
Dude.
I put it on Kentucky, and as soon as I turned the game on, it was like 14-3.
Oof, tough look.
Yeah, tough. There goes that 1,000.
Tell you what, though, even being 2 down, he's got the strut. He's got the Rory strut going.
Strut and bouncing the ball at the same time.
It's quite good. Off of the putter, too. Off the good old spider putter. I mean, Rory's got to be coming in. Do you think that the adrenaline is still going?
Has to be. Yeah.
Has to,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Love that.
probably more so now.
Yeah.
It's TGL.
Matt Gannon, I was just talking about you. We've got to have Gannon on. So he's a betting expert.
Okay.
They've got this company and they're doing some phenomenal work out there. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal.
I needed to call him before.
Yeah, you should have hit him up, but they only do golf.
Because I thought I was going to turn the 1,000 into like $1 million.
Yeah.
And I turned it into 0.
Absolutely nothing. First bet too. I mean, you got to pace yourself a little bit. You went all in.
All in.
Yeah, you're like this is not my money.
Yeah, it's free.
It is free gambling.
Actually, I'm going to lose money because it made me deposit to get it. So
that's how they get you. They
so
get
I've got
you every time.
we got Dynamite caddies for Pat and Kazire. And then we got the Butcher who caddies for Gary Woodland.
Ooh,
he's
the
a
Butcher.
He's a big hockey guy. And he said to take the Sabres today. So let's
Are they winning
that game?
Now, the other question I have for you. So we had the Euros as the caddies
Sabres
that were in the they were in the playoff. One was Bobby Mack's caddy, and then the other guy, I don't remember who.
Matt Fitzpatrick. He split style with somebody else.
Matt Fitzpatrick. Who was the two that ended up winning?
It was Michael Cromie who caddies for Chris Kirk.
Chris Kirk. Okay.
Cromie's a great player. He's had some experience playing professional golf.
Is he the one that hit that pitch?
Yeah, he hit it to a foot. It was
they had
nasty.
a pitch off, just like in the TGL, by the way. Which, if they go into extra, we saw that last week, where they will have a little pitch off from like 40 yards.
Maybe that's
to
where
the real green.
Maybe that's where Sleevesman got it.
Might have, yeah.
Because I wasn't a fan of it,
No,
especially when we finished 3rd out of 3. So.
No, but it was a 2-man event the entire time, and then only one guy could hit the pitch.
That was the biggest thing that I didn't like. But
and then the first guy up, what's his name again?
Michael Cromie.
We'll give him some airtime here. Michael Cromie.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Just absolutely up a little slope, just fucking pinches it in there to about a foot.
Yeah.
It absolutely took away from all the dramatics.
So just to describe the shot, I mean, you saw it. So it's this almost a 2-tier green, but it's angled. So in that chip, he hits it right in the middle of the slope, takes one hop, checks, releases to a foot, and it was over.
It
was over before it got
absolutely
started.
over. Willie gave it a good effort. He almost made it.
Well, so that was the thing. Like Willie thought, well, we didn't know the rules. We were over getting tacos. So we had no idea what the rules were.
Great tacos, by the way.
they
I
were
had a
fantastic.
quesadilla.
Yeah, I had a quesadilla as well. Fantastic. So he hits this chip. He's trying to make it, and it goes just off the back of the green. I don't know, 15, 20 feet. Well, then the third team just dumps it on the green to 50 feet, wins second place because you had to be on the green to.
Oh no, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so like
And
going
he
third was
flubbed
a
it.
huge advantage.
He
Yeah,
was putting it, and I think he duffed it.
yeah, he hit it to 50 feet, and they got second because of it.
Oh, here's the sphere. How you like these
I thought nobody
angles?
laid up short. I thought everybody sent it over.
You should, but I don't think Fleetwood has that in the bag. I don't think he's got
doesn't have
that
that extra
300-yard carry.
He hit it 237.
Well, he laid up. 253 total. Now, here's Adam Scott, right? Or is that Rory? That's Rory. Sorry, our screen's a little small here. So we got Rory, and Rory's just about to take this thing 330 in the air.
At least.
Just going to absolutely munch.
If he lays up, then we're just turning it off.
Yeah. If there's another glitch, by the way, I'm turning it off as well. I'm going to go hide under a rock.
I'll be good.
Oh, that's so good.
That's right over the point.
So good. I do
He
wonder, by
he
the
must have
way,
healed that one.
with Fleetwood's shot, I do wonder. I'm like, what could have possibly gone on? Because they literally have 18 launch monitors there for redundancy. So in case there is like a glitch in one of the launch monitors, the other one will take over, or the other launch monitors, and they'll use that data kind of in an instant. There must have been a bad decision made. Bad decision.
I just wonder if maybe he didn't hit as good a shot as he thought he did.
I'm going to tell you, it looked a little funky, and then you're like, he flushed it. And I'm like, he flushed it. I didn't want to look like the guy who's like, that looked a little weird.
I don't think there's ever been a tour player that
Didn't think they flushed it?
that ever blamed anything else. So just a golfer in general. I don't think anybody's ever hit a bad shot.
No. Oh, and I think a lot of people, a lot of casual golf fans are just like, it's not accurate. Look how he like reacted to
Yeah.
it. Because they do not think that they miss golf shots.
Which, if you watch any tour event, they've never missed one.
Isn't it Arnie or Jack who also said that. And he was like, well, I don't remember the 3 putts because I never had one. You know, if I never had one.
I haven't 3-putted.
Exactly.
Jack, you 3-putted 3 times last tournament.
No, I didn't.
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Exactly.
Never happened. Short-term memory. You got to have short-term memory out there. Adam Scott laced one up the left-hand side there. He's right next to the green. I mean, advantage Boston Common Golf finally, right? But I feel like LAGC is just going to hoard that big hammer.
Yeah, I mean, we need to get it close again. We can't have another blowout.
No.
Especially at the hands of Boston. Like they can't.
Especially
They
when
can't
Rory
continue.
came off of a win at Pebble.
Do they not know that Rory started this?
That's the really. Oh, he took it right over the flag with no spin.
So when Billy made those comments, it should be like people should think about it for a second. Well, if it truly was fixed, I don't think Rory would be 0-2.
Oh, for sure. So it's hilarious that Billy said that, being Billy.
Yeah, just
like
in
not.
jest.
Yeah,
It was in jest.
and so he got a lashing though
He
by the
did.
producers. They're just like, dude, you cannot say that. What is that? Hey, Matt. Today on Michael Breed's, go back to that. On Michael Breed's show, he made me a believer in simulator technology and actually talked about how the lack of wind feature on them allows for more accurate readings. There you go.
So it sounds like next year they're going to have wind.
The question is, are they going to bring in a fan?
No, multiple is my understanding.
That would be great. That would absolutely be great.
Oh.
I mean, this thing has so much legs because you know what it is? It's not even about the actual golf. It's about the content that they get for social media. This is a social media gem. Anytime they get anybody kind of showing a little personality, we were talking about it before we came here. I'm like, man, we've been harassing the tour for a long time to like show these guys personality, and they're just, a lot of the personalities are not there.
Well, and I think I mentioned it to you yesterday. Taylor Zarzer said it on, it might have been on 5 Clubs with Gary Williams, that we got to get guys like, or girls like Charlie Hull. Bring Charlie Hull in.
Oh boy,
She's entertaining.
Could you imagine
People
an
wanna watch her,
LPGA
too.
team? How would they do that?
Or
Different
even like
tees.
bring a YouTube golfer in.
Well, they want to bring in Liv. They want
Well,
a
they
Liv
should.
team.
They should. Absolutely should.
I mean, could you imagine fucking Bryson, Brooks? Who else would be? You would have to go Joaquin Neiman, just because he's played well on Liv.
Yeah.
And then you'd probably, I would hate. DJ would never do it because DJ's living the absolute dream right now. He's
all-
got
he's
his
all but
yacht.
retired.
I mean, he's just showing up making money.
Yeah.
And when you have a clip, a social media clip that is him saying, "Here's the biggest tip of hitting a fade. Just gotta fade it. You gotta make sure you fade it.
Just fade it.
Just fade it."
Just fade it.
The big, and I also saw, by the way, where, and Bobby used to tell me this all the time. He's like, if I gave DJ like the wrong distance, he's like, and there was a couple times to where he goes, I did the math incorrectly, and he launches it like 20 yards over the green, and I'm like, hey, DJ, that's my fault. And DJ just turns and goes, don't worry, Bobby. We'll go find it. We'll hit it again. And I saw a quote today. I saw a quote on social media today that literally had from the golf.com that said, don't worry, I'm just going to go find it and hit it again from DJ. And I'm like, holy shit. I was like, that's exactly what Bobby always used to tell me.
Well, speaking of personality, I think we should probably get like Taylor Gooch in there.
Oh,
And then he can compare to the Ryder Cup.
I'm going to tell you
Because
right now.
it might be very similar to the Ryder Cup.
Taylor Gooch is the guy that nobody wants on their team. I never knew it. And then all of a sudden, I mean, shit, he was on the 4 aces. They absolutely dominate. Then he goes to the range goats. And then the most lopsided trade in live golf history happens to where Taylor Gooch gets shipped
Matt
off
Wolff.
for Matthew Wolff, 2 characters of the game. And I just didn't know Gooch had that in him, like
He's
to
Mr.
just piss
Consistency.
people off. Yeah.
Norman said he's one of the best ball strikers of all time.
Of all time. I mean, it's clear. I mean, you got to be absolutely blind not to be able to tell that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Taylor Gooch.
It's Taylor Gooch.
There's an
Gooch.
asterisk every minute. What year was it that
His name sounds like an expletive. Like you shouldn't be
it
able
is?
to say it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is.
But what year was it last year that every major had an asterisk? Was it 23.
I think it was 23, yeah. Which makes a ton of sense. Here's Colin Morikawa from 179. He should hit this about as close as people hit their pitch. So
Boston did not get a point there.
No, they fucked it up. Boston's not doing
and
so.
And Morikawa just strike
absolute,
one again. If it's enough.
It is. No, that's there.
That's it's there. 7 feet. Yeah. Another striper.
Okay, so people come at me with the technology. We had a glitch tonight. We had the very first glitch of the TGL, but Colin Morikawa is showing you. Yeah, got rectified. That's why there's a referee there, former basketball NBA referee.
Yeah, there's Hogan, Trevino, and Gooch.
Brian Shane. Oh man, love it. But this thing's gonna grow. This thing, they've already got plans on an expansion team. Scottsdale's one of them.
And they're going to try to build other stadiums,
yeah.
Right?
And so that was the original plan from even before, like, the very beginning of it. I had Neil Hubman on from LAGC. And Adam Scott, you're not as accurate as Colin Morikawa.
4-0. Throw the hammer.
LA's got, you're right. LA should absolutely drop the hammer right now. I don't know what LA is thinking. They could go 5 up right now.
Producers call it like you can't throw it. No. We just got to keep it at 4 or 5.
Billy Horschel was onto something.
5 is just not going to work out.
Here comes Rory. Rory just is absolutely flabbergasted right now. He got beat by Tiger. Oh, shout out Tiger Woods, by the way. Sending our condolences out. His mother has passed away this morning. And just, it's sad because she was just in the stands a week ago.
Yeah, and she looked like she was healthy, too. Yeah. It didn't look like it was... I mean, I don't think she makes that trip if she's not.
We haven't gotten the autopsy report back.
So, yeah, I mean, it's sad news. I mean, I know Tiger was obviously close with his dad and very close with his mom. So,
yeah,
I think everyone that's in the golf world knows it's a tough loss for him.
Totally agree.
So, are any of these guys playing this week at Waste? Because that's been my biggest complaint.
Wait, hang on. Let me just double check.
My biggest complaint is, like, they've had to fly
schedule
East Coast to West Coast.
Well, the whole thing is, it was supposed to be Mondays.
Private, but.
It was supposed to be Mondays the first year. Now all of a sudden it got moved because of the college football playoffs. Last week was Monday, so that guys could go and play it at Pebble. But I don't know if most of these guys, play in the Waste Management Phoenix Open. You know who is playing in the Waste Management Phoenix Open? Billy Horschel.
He had some killer socks on the other day. I know he's a Florida grad, and he had the swinging gator socks on the other day. It was pretty.
I feel like people in the tour or around the tour, like caddies, players, and so forth, like Billy Horschel.
I like Billy.
Yeah, I do too. However, a lot of like fans and people that are watching hate Billy Horschel.
I mean, he says what's on his mind. I know he can flip-flop too, but Rory flip-flops as much as anyone.
Rory's a damn politician at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so who we got playing? We've got Adam Scott. He's not in the field.
He's not, yeah. Because I got the top odds here. None of them
Bradley's not in the field. McElroy's obviously not in the field. Morikawa's not. Yeah, none of them.
Yeah, none of them.
That makes sense. That's good.
Matsuyama is, by the way. He has not made his TGL debut yet.
So that's another one. Did we talk about it yesterday? Or did we? No, somebody today. Like, he's not going to provide personality because he tries not to speak.
No. He's got the media fooled that he does not know English.
But he knows English.
He knows English.
He's just not going to.
Yeah, no.
So I just don't know. What's he going to provide to TGL?
Look at Trots. Don't put that comment up.
I'm not.
But
I'm not.
Dude, he gets gets so much hate.
Right.
He's got a point a little bit. I mean, he's not totally wrong. By the way, folks,
it's not that. He's got something other than that. Not
make sure you're 21 years old and drink responsibly. Johnny Walker Blue.
What do I have? I've got something local, I think.
And by the way, I've got the Devereaux on today. I wore this because this is pure chaos in honor of the chaos that's going to happen at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And this is Devro Golf. So, folks, make sure to get over to devrogolf.com. That is DEVEREUX golf.com. Use promo code PullHookGolf20 at checkout for 20% off your entire order. Once again, at Devro Golf. Some of the fucking flashiest, coolest clothes.
You had a little tame one on last night, though. It was the vest. Was it the vest?
It was the vest, but did you see the skull on the back?
I did not.
Oh, dude, it's this skull
on
the back of the vest.
Yeah. But it was tame. It was a tame vest.
It's tame in the front, party in the back. Kind of like a good old-fashioned mullet. I tried to pull the golf mullet for a little bit.
Going a little bit.
You got a flow. You've always had a flow, though, since I've known you. I mean, on that, I remember our first episode, and you're sitting in the backyard, and that flow was like blowing in the wind. And I'm like, holy shit, Gies, you got a fucking flow going.
Not to give any free ads, but the Malbon attire from Willie last night was solid.
That was solid, which I feel
back to Jason Day, though.
Devro and Malbon are like hidden head, neck and neck there, which is good stuff. But yes, Jason Day. What do you think about the sweatsuit?
He was no short of what I'm wearing right now. I mean,
the all gray too.
I think I wear that on the plane more than anything, and I don't know. It might have gone a little too far.
I walk the dog in that outfit.
Yeah,
which it gets cold here in the mornings in Scottsdale.
I saw somebody tweet that it might have been Tour Golf, TUOR Golf, that Augusta's already contacted him, and it might be accurate.
That really could be a thing.
But Jason, do not even think about wearing the sweatsuit.
You know what it is though? He didn't get reprimanded he played a pro-am day in the sweatpants, and he's like, nobody caught me doing it. Yeah, he's like, nobody caught me doing it. So, and then he fucking pulls out the whole gray.
Oh no, Boston in another bunker,
dude. Boston. The one thing you can't do in the TGL is hit it in the bunkers. The bunkers are almost impossible to get out of.
Well, and also the big topic is rangefinders. They could have shot the cover on that rangefinder.
Yeah,
got the cover of the bunker. I don't think they're using it though. They must be pacing off yardages.
Now, Tommy Fleetwood here. Let's see if he's lost a little bit of confidence after his glitched golf shot.
So maybe his swing is just too perfect.
No, that was pure right there. This one, oh no, he's leaning. He's leaning again.
Tommy, you just have the hooks.
Dude. Now, he's starting it left, and he's in a little draw. So the question is, have you seen Tommy play in person?
Mm-hmm.
Does he hit a little draw every once in a while?
I think his ball goes pretty straight.
Yeah, he's pretty straight.
So I've got I caddied the Open in 19 at Pebble, and we were fortunate to play Cypress the day before, the Sunday before. And I'm on the range hitting balls, and I just hear just perfect ball strike and just a thump. And I look over, and it's Tommy Fleetwood, and he's just dead straight every time.
See, Tommy's got to adjust. I don't think Tommy has figured out that he's got to hit a little bit further right than he thinks.
Maybe his alignment's off. Maybe the screen just...
Who's this? Because that was absolutely pured out of the bunker.
Rory. Yeah.
Didn't get enough spin.
Dialed. Well, I think he was like 200 yards away. What a golf swing.
How about the lip on the bunkers that they add?
I do
That's
like
kind of
that.
cool.
Yeah. That's dope.
But do you get to place it where you want in the bunker?
I think you do. Because if you dropped it, it's going to...
No, I'm saying like forward or back. Because if that's the case, that lip means...
No, I think it's based off of where you are in the simulation and where the ball ended up.
So if on that one, like if he was up against the lip, he would have had to play close to it.
Here's Colin Morikawa, folks.
Makes this, and the match is over. Basically.
Dude, Tom Kim... Remember he left it in the bunker the first time, and then he almost... Hold it! Holy shit, Colin Morikawa.
Colin just doesn't think this is very hard.
No. Colin... This... Everybody has said, and Brent Grant was one of them last week, he's like, TGL is a ball strikers league.
It might be.
And I'm telling you what, Colin Morikawa, we're on to something here.
But Fleetwood's a flusher, too, and he's the only one to get a glitch. So maybe
we actually, and that's the thing. We had our very first glitch of the TGL.
Yeah, I'm just dropping.
Oh yeah, you lost your wallet. You can leave that there. I see some cash in there.
Well, that could be nice.
Yeah, you did. You got a couple hundo.
I see Willie this morning. He's like, it was nice waking up to a couple of hundies in the wallet today.
Stoltz was just out there with a water. So, did you see Ryan French from Monday Q?
Oh, unbelievable video.
That was fantastic. If you guys haven't seen it, by the way, go on to Twitter or go on to X and go to Monday Q Info and that account. And he's asking Drew Stoltz about the prize money. He's like, how are they getting paid or something like that?
What's the purse?
And all of a sudden, Stoltz pulls it out from his Thunderbird outfit. And by the way, the Phoenix Thunderbird is not a real Thunderbird outfit. And just has a $10,000 wad of cash, which was pretty dope.
I was pretty impressed that Sleazeman showed up in the Thunderbird jacket.
Dude, Sleaze, I looked him dead in the eye at the very end, and he had that look in his eye. Like I've pounded a few.
Yeah, this is partially my show, and the caddies are here too.
Yeah, it really was.
Truck golfer, years on tour, about 5. Truck golfer.
Yeah,
started with Johnson Wagner, the legend.
Good old Johnson. What a mustache.
I mean Keegan just doesn't hold a candle to Johnson's mustache.
Johnson,
I got to see it in person a couple days ago, and
it's so legit.
We've got a good. I might have told you on the first pod. People ask him all the time because it is pitch black. They're like, oh, Johnson, do you color that thing? And he's like, no, I just pluck the white ones.
What a G. Okay, so that response right there tells me he definitely uses Just for Men. That's pretty
potentially.
Good. Definitely. Oh man, we're on commercial break right now.
Now on the T. Tom Selleck.
See, there's only been one good match so far, which was Boston Common Golf and Jupiter Lakes.
Why do you think that is? I mean,
because both teams are really bad.
But why do you think that they keep getting blown out?
So I think it has to do something with the fact that some guys can't adjust to the technology. Like there's nuances to the technology. I've talked about this. Even though it's very accurate, there's nuances. Start line, like sometimes you got to play it further right. Sometimes you got to play it a little further left. Tom Kim was talking about that in his first week last week. Or not first week, but in the match last week. And sure enough, if you can't adjust to the technology and you're just stubborn in your ways, you're like, no, I hit this straight. Or I hit it here. And you don't adjust, you're going to have a tough time. But also the alternate shot. I think the alternate shot is fucking with guys.
Yeah, because you go a little bit and you don't hit a full shot. I mean, that's true in real alternate shot too.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to Ryder Cups. It's like guys don't play great in alternate shot.
It's more pressure.
Yeah. And you don't get into a rhythm. These guys are freaking beasts of habit. I mean, they get into their rhythm while they're out there and everything. And this is completely different. It's outside of their comfort zone. And
if you get a certain golf course, you might not hit a full iron shot for like 4 holes.
Yeah.
Or a driver for 4 holes.
I agree. Track Golfer wants to know, who do I have this week for my pick? I was pretty disappointed last week in Mav McNeely because I really thought, based off of his confidence level, I heard him in an interview. He's from the Northwest in terms of like San Francisco area. I think he also, didn't he go to school up there too?
Stanford,
yeah. Yeah, went to Stanford. So I really thought that was going to be his week, and he was playing well. However, he shit himself a couple times throughout the rounds, and it didn't end up great for Mav, but he is not my pick this week. I don't know why I went on that rant. I think I'm just justifying why I picked him. This week, I am actually going to steal this from the betting guru, Matt Gannon, who was on. I saw him in the chat, giving him another little shout out. He was showing me some of the picks, and I'm like, holy shit. I was like, you guys are really onto something. And he makes a lot of money gambling on golf, and he walks all the golf courses.
So does he go every week?
Goes not every week, he said. He does most of the week. So that's like impressive. He was out at Pebble. He's here at Waste Management. Pretty cool gig too, if you ask me, being able to go around from tour stops. Gets to hang out with Willie all the time. He's like, me and Willie hang out quite a bit. So that being said, I'm going to go Sam Burns this week.
All right.
Burnsy, according to his statistics and everything, and I don't think I've ever bet on Sam Burns. I don't think I've ever had him as my pick for a given week.
I don't know his history here. Has he played well?
He played well last year, and this course is a big driver putter week. So apparently the odds or the ball striking into the greens is not as big of a deal as it is driving the ball accurately.
It's a pretty easy place to chip too.
Yeah. And agreed. And the greens are so pure. So pure.
Yeah.
How are they out there? You were out there today.
Yeah. The fairways are softer than I can remember. I mean, we hit a tee shot today on 17 that it might or at least 5 feet.
Oof.
And we didn't hit the upslope of the front right. It just kind of hit short of it and just plugged basically. Seems like they put some water on it. I mean, it's going to be hot, so I assume they're putting water on it early.
Beautiful week. Beautiful
just to
week.
know that it's going to bake out. I saw somebody tweet, though, that it was like 7 of the last 8 champions have finished top 5 in one of their last 5 events that
There
they
you have
played.
it.
My guy has finished top 5 in one of his last 5
Dude.
events. So, hey.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this. I'm going to be a homer tonight, and I'm going to say that my dark horse this week is Bud Cauley.
I agree.
Bud Cauley.
Yeah.
And then my other pick for the week is actually going to be Tommy Kim. People know I love Tom Kim.
He's playing good golf.
Love Tom Kim. Ever since I heard from the Rocket Mortgage that he decided I can't go shower with all these guys, and he had a locker room attendant show him to the ladies' locker room so he could shower. So I've called him for a lot of years at this point. Little Dicky Tom Kim. I'm going with you, buddy, as well as Sam Burns.
I feel the same way about showers. I just I have to go somewhere else.
Listen, I don't want to see a hog
Yeah.
in there.
I just don't want anybody to see.
My hog.
Yeah, it just rests on top. It doesn't.
People can get their goddamn eye poked out in there. Got to watch out. But those are my picks this week. Tom Kim, by the way. So Sam Burns is plus 2,500 right now. Tom Kim is plus 3,300. Sepp Straka is an interesting one, too, because he is playing some damn good golf.
He's a ball striker.
Yeah, he is.
He putts it good too, but it seemed like Saturday at Pebble he was not making it. I don't think he was hitting bad putts though. I just think
He wasn't, but he played well in that weather on Saturday. Sunday, he shit himself.
Yeah, I left the house after Rory birdied 18. Sepp had just parred 13. I think he bogeyed 10, 11, 12.
But he's on a run right now.
And then I get to the bar and I'm like, oh my God, he birdied 4 of the last 5. He's got the lead again.
He's an interesting pick this week.
Somebody said he's taking the Monday qualifier. Can we see that screen?
Oh, dear God. Colin Morikawa is just saying that this is the easiest thing in the world, this TGL.
Playing a hundo on the Monday qualifier. I mean, if he wins, you're going to make some cash.
I'm taking the Monday qualifier. Wait, who is the which one of the 3 Monday qualifiers? I was talking to Ryan French yesterday about
Stephen
the
Fisk
3.
made it. He's got his card this year.
Yep.
I mean, he would be a good pick, I guess.
He's solid. There was 2 other guys. I'm terrible with names. When somebody tells me a name, I rarely remember it.
Same. And that Monday qual is the last one ever.
So sad, man. That the Waste Management was always the one that I wanted to try to Monday queue for. I just don't have the game. Like, it's not there anymore.
I just think it's impressive how many people roll up to the pre-qualifier. They have like 8 sites and
it's insane.
sell out.
McCormick Ranch is always a popular one too for that. God damn, these old guys from Boston Common are not doing well on the greens.
They're just not. They're like you said. They're not used to the tech. They're too old.
They're too old.
Too old.
There's an age gap there, you know.
You would think Rory would be perfect with it. I mean, he's played.
Rory is pretty good though. Have you
He started. This is his thing.
I mean, he's also like carrying the squad. Morikawa though is just out there raping people. Like, hide your children, hide your wives. He's raping everybody.
Yeah, he's hitting it to 4 feet.
Yeah. He's saying, who said this technology is inaccurate? 4 feet, 3 feet. Oh,
these holes are
out of the
goofy?
bunkers. Like, the bunkers are the hardest thing in here at the TGL. 1
Made it.
foot, 6 inches.
Made it.
Just unreal stuff out of Morikawa. Playing some, I mean, he might be shrooming right now.
Maybe he is.
He might be microdosing with some psilocybin.
On that magic mind.
Oh, boy. I tell you what. I took one before tonight, before drinking into the Johnny Walker Scotch. I was out there yesterday with good old Todd Dobson and at Grass Clippings. And I was like, man, people like me a lot better when I'm drinking. I was like, I'm friendlier, better conversationalist, clearer speaker. I don't stutter as much. I don't slur my words. Alcohol's a hell of a drug.
I've never slurred my words. It's
It comes with experience, let me tell you. The But folks, make sure to drink responsibly. Over the age of 21 years old. Perfect. Now, oh boy, go over to
Is this the head coach?
Is that Theo Epstein? Go over to that's Theo Epstein. Why is he wearing a Boston Common Golf? That is the GM or the former GM of the Chicago Cubs, now Jed Hoyer. But Theo Epstein, funny story. When I was selling the Major League Baseball VR, I went through a plethora. I went to the Cubs, and I'm sorry for the side rant here for everybody who's not interested in baseball or VR. But
It's part of the tech, though.
it's part of the tech. We're having a tech conversation. So I'm sitting in there. I show up at Wrigley, which all of their offices are at Wrigley, which is dope. So it's the middle of the winter.
I've never been in the stadium. I've been to Wrigleyville. Is it Wrigleyville?
It was pretty sick. It was pretty sick, and you could see the field and stuff from some of the offices, which was dope. And one by one, like they just kept prepping. Like I went through like a full sales funnel with these guys. They'd send in one guy after the next. And the one thing I will say, under Theo Epstein, those guys were all bros. Like they're like, hey, bro, what's happening, bro? And they were cool dudes. All of a sudden, finally, after like being in there for 4 hours, who comes walking into the room unbeknownst to me? Theo Epstein.
Perfect.
The dude was the smartest dude I've ever interacted with in my life.
Now
He's a Boston common. Maybe he's an investor now.
He might be
Yeah.
CEO.
He's doing
he
some
hooked it.
stuff like he works for major league offices.
Hooked it.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh, it stayed up.
Oh no. How do you hit that shot?
They don't have a lie
Okay,
for that.
so
So this is the shit. He's going to sit on a flat lie, isn't he?
This is the one thing that I've talked about that, okay, if you want to call something not that accurate, the physics engine in the software is probably the biggest weakness.
So at Quail, we have something called Golf Zone.
Garçon!
Yeah, exactly.
Garçon!
Yeah, from Korea.
Yeah, they are.
And
They're
the
the
thing
largest.
The thing goes like this.
yeah.
The platform adjusts and then it goes that way.
Yeah, you can't do that with the real grass
that's
out
what we
here.
need.
We need it.
Because that one, he is not even hitting it.
There's no chance. He's got to be. They have to say that he's in the hazard. If he's not in the hazard, I don't know what to.
And Adam Scott just flushed one.
Just fucking murdered it.
Yeah.
Into
They
the
have to
chute.
say he's in the hazard. Because they're hitting from the same line now.
Yeah, this is. I'm really curious here. Matt Berry must be losing his mind up there tonight in the commentary. Oh, sorry. Just
180
absolutely.
ball speed. Solid.
Joe Madden is a member at my mid-tier. Austin Whittington. Love hearing from Austin. Austin's been a long time listener.
Is
From
Country
the
Club,
beginning.
speaking of mid-tiers, Country Club's not back?
No,
Still not back.
still not back. I feel like somebody needs to create a similar burner to that.
But I think he kept the... I've tried. he
I
kept,
was leaning
kept the
towards you. I'm
account.
like, you could pull this
he
off.
kept the account. I think the account still exists. I think
His problem is he got too personal with it.
way too personal.
It was such a good parody account.
And all it took was somebody that didn't like him, and he was just...
I had one interaction with him about Wade Hampton. I'm like, Wade Hampton's my number one club. And he's like, for a mid-tier golf club. I'm like, fuck off.
Wade Hampton might be Fazio's best course he's ever built.
Dude, wait.
It's my favorite course in the state.
It's my favorite golf course,
so
period.
good.
Well, Pinehurst number 2 is also a very special place in North Carolina. But Wade Hampton's in South Carolina.
There's one bad
Or
hole.
no.
It's not
no,
even a
Wade
bad hole.
Hampton's in North Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cashiers.
Cashiers.
So Wade Hampton's first hole is not my favorite hole, but it's not a bad hole.
It's just a
then from-
straightforward golf hole.
From 2 on, it's
Yeah.
game
on.
From 5 on, there's not a better
one
stretch.
you're hitting down into. I mean, it's a par 5, so it goes down and it's just straightforward.
One of
but I do love that about Fazio. He puts everything right in front of you.
Yeah.
He says, "Come get me."
And one thing too, I mean, it has nothing to do with the golf course, but their golf carts go 25 miles per hour.
It is phenomenal. You can get around there in about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I've done it.
And every like 4th hole, they've got a cooler with beer, and
Who's the GM there now? It's been years since I've been there.
I'm not sure.
God, I would love to get back in touch with those guys. I got a buddy whose dad is a member out there. You have to own a property
Yeah,
at Wade Hampton to be a member, but it's very non kind of, which is why Country Club snob, because you share lockers.
Oh no.
So yeah, you got
Oh,
a top and bottom. You're sharing lockers, which maybe that's why Country Club snob said it was a mid-tier golf course, but absolutely magnificent.
Well, really, I mean, Holston, he's a member of Holston Hills, and Holston Hills is a great golf course, but he was talking too much shit to be a member of Holston.
He fucked it up.
If he had said like honors course,
He basically shit on himself the entire time, which was kind of like
maybe
endearing
should
about
own
it.
that. Yeah, maybe should own that.
Yeah. Just like, I'm fucking self-deprecating here. It's great.
All right, we need Boston to get
some
a point.
type of fucking action. Come on. Sorry for the expletives, folks, but man, I just get fucking lit up out here, getting all pissed off with blowouts at TGL.
So chipping to win the hole.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh no,
Go a mile.
I wouldn't give it to him.
No, absolutely. No chance you're going to give that to him right now. No way.
So now we're gonna have another tie, and this is hole what? 6, 8, 6,
8.
8. So
Eight.
there's only
Holy
4 left.
shit.
They play 12, right?
No, 15.
15.
Yeah, they go to singles after 9.
All right. So we got
But if Boston doesn't start winning some holes here,
running out of time.
unbelievable. Come on, Boston.
Tie
I
the
can't
hole.
believe I'm even saying that. I'm a New York sports fan. But New York Golf Club is just about as bad as the Mets and the Jets. It's brutal.
Jets.
Which I'm a Yankees, Knicks, Giants fan. If anybody wants to come at me, I'm fine with that. Look at that. Just the little petty clap.
So what's your thoughts on Saquon?
I'm happy for Saquon, to be honest with you. Like, he
He's
wasn't going to be able
unbelievable.
to do this with the Giants. Like, the Giants, God, he would have had a tough year this year. And then next year with a brand new quarterback, it would have been tough as well. So I don't, if I'm Saquon, I know he's using it like Michael Jordan is like bulletin board material that they let him go. But I would be thanking Joe Shane. I'd be like, man, you did me a fucking
Yeah, because you're
solid.
never going to be in the Super Bowl.
No, he probably wouldn't have been, and he'd always be injured because he'd be hit nonstop because they'd run the ball like crazy
50 times a
Yeah.
game. And
But
there you go, Saquon, take it.
I understand the logic that Joe, like a lot of New York Giants fans hate Joe Shane right now because of the moves that he's made and everything. But I understand it. It's like they have a plan, and that's why he wasn't fired. That's why Dable wasn't fired, because they have a plan, and a lot of people don't agree with it. But you got to understand the logic behind it. You
Yeah.
just need a quarterback in there at this point. You got basically the number 1 wide receiver in the league being a rookie. Like, that kid was, if he can do that with freaking Daniel Jones and then Drew Stanton and then the little Italian guy, I mean, my God.
I kind of like this hole we're playing, the Pinery.
Yeah. This reminds you of going back home in Charlotte.
This is the Pinery.
Yeah. Oh, they totally stole this from Pinehurst number 2.
Well, other than the approach kind of looks like, I don't know, the beach.
That is one thing that I have mentioned on Twitter, especially, that the course designers are not getting enough credit for some of these holes that they've designed.
Yeah, they should be real holes. I feel like it would be more fun if these holes were really fucked up.
I agree. They've made it tough, though. These are not easy golf holes.
Was it you that said it needs to be like Golden Tee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great.
All right, there we go. Good start, Keegan.
I mean, they do have the lava hole.
Oh, no.
Keegan's
Yeah.
in the fairway. It's okay. He's got that. He looks like a cop. Looks like a Boston patrolman.
Reno 911. He just needs the short, tight shorts.
Oh, my God. That should be a look for him. Because they do have the green shirts with the khakis.
Do they have
If
to
he
wear
just
pants in
caught
this?
those. Oh, dude, that'd be so. I can't even say the word.
Once they allow some shorts on the PGA
That would be
Tour.
so fucked up if they can't wear shorts on. It's an indoor. Oh my God, Tom Selleck, Brian Shane, you're onto something there, man. Definitely.
Just let him wear the tight Reno 911 shorts.
Bryce Barker. This is like watching paint dry. Hopefully you're not talking about us. Hopefully you're talking about the TGL. But hopefully we're adding a little bit of color.
Do you think he's actually watched paint dry?
Yeah, dude, I have.
He said it's like it, so
I know.
it's similar.
You have to imagine that he has. You ever sat in a room and just watched it dry?
Yeah. It's raw dogging paint.
It's quite. It's like meditating. you're get locked in the zone.
So we were,
AutoZone.
I think it was with Kittleson, we were talking about people raw dogging flights. And I guess there's a Twitter thread of these friends that are raw dogging international flights.
Oh, hey.
And he was like, yeah, just raw dogged a flight from Charlotte to Tokyo. Staring at the flight path the entire way.
So for For the audience that doesn't know what this is, why don't you explain it for them?
So raw dogging is essentially if you've got a screen on your flight, you just stare at the screen and you do not put a movie on. You put the flight path and you just see the flight.
You just watch the flight in slow mo, just creeping.
So to compare, you paint your house and then you just watch it dry. You raw dog the paint.
That's phenomenal.
All right. So we're both laid up in the same spot. It looks like.
And I do have to say, I do think there needs to be a format change. I do not like the alternate shot. Not a fan of it. Don't love it. Never have. I've never been. Do you like the alternate shot?
In
Anything,
golf?
yeah.
I like alternate shot. It's fun.
Do you? I hate it.
It would be miserable. So the Tree Farm, Zach Blair's place, their whole thing. Well, not the whole thing. They try to encourage you to play normal round in the morning, and then the second round you eat lunch, and then you go play second round and you play alternate shot. Oh, and you play the second round in like hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours.
I will say this. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's
like
good.
I could get down with that.
And you're playing match play, so it's not like you're making $1 million. You just pick up. Yeah, we lost that all. So yeah, that's fun.
There might be something about alternate shot that I don't like. That is basically, if you fuck up, it is on you, and you have to be like, "Hey, man, I'm so sorry. You got to go hit that shot."
And you could 5-putt in a hurry, an alternate shot.
Here goes another 20-footer pass, chipping.
Oh, and that was Boston.
Yeah, so. It was. I mean, was there any question if it was Boston or LA?
Do we have trades? Like, can we, if like you're Boston GM, can you drop Adam Scott and pick up Charlie Hull?
Well, I was also thinking of fucking Jupiter Lynx dropping Kevin Kisner and picking up Charlie.
But he's entertaining.
He is. He had a good week. He had a good week last week.
Maybe he could be the coach.
I was getting there. Well, Charlie's the coach.
Well, maybe Kisner can be the coach. He can talk shit.
Yeah.
Charlie hits the shots.
Oh my God, that would be great.
I think we're onto something.
Yeah, this would really boost the numbers.
It's what Liv wants to be.
Oh God, it's so good. Oh no!
Oh, he ran it 4 feet by. 5 feet.
He
by.
hammer fisted that by. Oh, and that's Colin Morikawa. See,
that wasn't an iron.
Have you noticed this where I say something and then the opposite happens shortly thereafter? Happens to me all the time. I think I'm like onto something. Dude, he literally ramrodded that.
I really do think we need coaches and we need to be able to drop and pull free agents.
I agree.
You're cut.
I can't get Keegan Bradley out of my head as a super trooper right now.
I want a large Farva.
He's the cop that goes up to the car and how many times can you say meow? Right? Meow. I'm going to write you a ticket. Meow.
Chicken fucker.
Keegan's got this thing to where like he's always been pretty twitchy, right? But Keegan's got his shoulders like just absolutely tensed up right now.
He's
like
scared.
Watch his body language. He's absolutely mortified out there.
So is this putt to win the hole?
It's got to be. I mean, it's literally 5 feet 1 inches to win the hole.
And the hammer's still lingering.
The hammer hasn't been used, I don't believe.
This is unbelievable.
It's just, you're taken away from the fans when you're not dropping the hammer. Go back to the chat real quick. There was a Saquon comment. There we go. Oh no. So Bryce Barker is on it tonight. I love this. So scroll up a little bit. He had a Saquon comment. I want to go back. I mean, we're just switching gears. There it is. Since the Super Bowl is coming up this weekend, Saquon resurrected his career going there. He sure did. I mean, Philly knew what they were doing. Yeah. They've got a hell of an offensive line. And by the way, so Bryce Barker is making sure that we know that it's not us that is like watching paint dry. And then he did ask, LAGC threw the hammer, but they have the hammer right now. I don't understand. Go to the you never raw dogged paint.
Will the TGL have relegation like Liv?
Scroll down.
No relegation, anti-Liv. We're just going to drop players.
Yeah, I mean, there should be Wait. If I'm Live Golf right now, or a Live Golf fanatic, if I was to take on the role of being an absolute Looney Tune, the TGL should get official World Golf Rankings. Oh, wouldn't that be
Oh,
the
it was just the
fucking
biggest troll of all time.
just an absolute dagger to the heart.
I mean, LAGC just picked up a punch. Morikawa just moved up to 6th. What's he at? He's like 3 or 4, isn't he?
They're actually using the proximity to the hole as part of points.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Here's Scott Van Pelt. Scott Van Pelt is one of my favorite dudes. I've told this story so many times, but I was at a private masters event. Scott Van Pelt is there, and he's like one of the personalities that's out there.
Yeah.
And sure enough, people don't realize how close him and Tiger were, because he watched Tiger grow up and play golf out there. And then he was with the Golf Channel for a long time before going to ESPN. So sure enough.
People forget that, I think.
People do forget that. But he had a great story about Tiger losing his confidence. He was like, Tiger used to be Superman. He'd go up to the top of a fucking high rise in New York City. He'd never even contemplate looking down. He would just jump and fly. He's like, as soon as Tiger lost his confidence, Tiger go up to that building, he would look over the edge and go, oh, fuck. If I jump, am I going to fucking fall? And that was, he had to overcome that. And I thought that was the best analogy I've ever heard for Tiger losing his confidence. We don't have to get into the reasons why. Back to the TGL.
We got highlights now.
Oh,
there's
good
not
old
a whole
highlights.
It's
all
Colin
Morikawa. Just stuffing it.
It's like playing Harding Park again.
Yep. But Colin's young enough to where like he's been in a golf simulator before.
Yeah.
I think the big missed opportunity is not having Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, I mean he's quirky, funny.
Not only that, but he gets down, man. Like, I've been to his house in Dallas, and the first house before he bought Hunter Mahan's old house, we installed the golf simulator, and like it was probably 2 weeks later that we came in to like do a training for him. The screen looked like it had been fucking used for 5 years. Him and his college buddies. And by the way, in the kitchen was about 82 beers, empty beer cans that were just around on the fucking table that the boys were getting after.
Well, he was one on the spring break trip back when, what was it? Smiley, JT, Spieth.
Smiley just was the guy that didn't fit into that group.
But Spieth was always the one that was just torched.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Spieth can get down. He's a good old boy. Like he pounds it.
I mean,
loves himself some Coors Lights.
As you should.
Yeah, why not?
You can hammer some Coors Lights and
I don't mean
really
to
feel it.
I don't mean to be ratting out poor Jordan Spieth right now, but the dude, legend, absolute legend. People don't understand that. People love Spieth though.
Yeah, they do, and people are talking shit about him getting a spot next week. Like, who else are you going to give it to?
Like, why wouldn't you give it to Spieth?
No, you got somebody that brings fans in. Why are you not inviting him?
And he's a cool dude. Well, I also do love Justin Thomas. I've gotten shit for this, talking about the fact that I really have an appreciation for Justin Thomas because he's got a really dry sense of humor.
Yeah, JT's great.
He's awesome. And JT, they're doing a little memorial for Tiger's mom. Sorry, my ADD got me. It was like a ball going by and I was a dog. Ball.
I don't think there's many athletes that they're going to do that for their mother.
No. That's valid. I did ask on Twitter the other day, by the way. I ran a poll. I go, would you trade lives with Tiger Woods?
That's a good question. I mean,
with all the transgressions and everything that's gone on, but with all the winning, but also you got to think of the childhood being groomed just to be the greatest ever.
Yeah.
Like there was so much sacrifice that he didn't really have a choice around.
Well, he doesn't really have a private life anymore, too. I mean, he has to stay private.
He's
one of the few, you might be the only golfer that goes out and truly is recognized.
Yeah, I agree. The one thing I will say is that I was quite proud of the Twitter folk because it was not just yes. It was actually like, I want to say it was like, it was more no's than it was yes. It was close to 50-50, but.
Being a golfer, I think I would.
I've thought about this a lot, which is why I asked the question. All of a sudden, I'm like, I was dreaming about it.
But there's so much expectation. There's a lot that goes.
You sacrifice your life.
Yeah,
I mean, he did get to hang around like some good restaurants and stuff, like Perkins. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, He
I
actually
don't-
spent time in the parking lot at Perkins. He spent the night in the parking lot there.
I still want to know, was it a 5-iron or a 7-iron?
I think it was 9.
See, everybody's got a different number. I swear.
It was a fire hydrant.
It definitely was it definitely got in the way. No, but I don't think I've ever told on this podcast my story of meeting Tiger Woods for the first time.
No.
So going to the Hero World Challenge when it used to be at good old, whatchamacallit?
California?
No. The Florida course with all the, why am I blanking? I want to say it's not Sawgrass. It's where Shaq had a house. Everybody had a house. Bubba ended up buying a property there.
Lake Nona?
No, so it's by Lake Nona. Isleworth. Thank you. I don't know why I was stuck on like Sawgrass for some reason. I couldn't get it out of my head. But it is Isleworth. And going over to Isleworth, all of a sudden we've got a simulator set up in the men's grill. And so I'm going, and it was way too early for me.
Yeah.
Like when I traveled, I like to have a few cocktails. And sure enough, I'm coming in, and I was a little hungover. And it was about 5:30 in the morning. And I'm getting on site, and I'm walking through the men's grill. And he happened to be with his mother, which goes to, obviously, a little story about him and his mom. He was having breakfast with her. And, of course, no women were allowed in that. They've changed it to the Champions Grill now, but it was always the men's grill. And at the time, it was the men's grill, but he was allowed to have his mom in there. So,
of course,
sure enough, they're sitting there eating breakfast. Tiger stands up as I'm walking by, and I had the company's name on my shirt, and we had just installed a sim for Tiger. And sure enough, he pops up. And I was in Vegas when things were going down for Tiger in Vegas. There was a lot of VIP girls that I was like, you're a whore. You don't know what you're talking about. Tiger would never do anything like that. Ever. And it was at Club Light, by the way, at the Bellagio. If you want to go back, that's where Tiger hung out. We used to see Jordan, Charles Barkley. We used to have the VIP tables and everything. So I had so much shit going through my head, okay? Especially after a night of drinking. Tiger pops up and goes, hey, you're with the simulator company. I'm like, yeah. And all of a sudden, all these thoughts are rushing through my head because I've never once been like, oh, and I've never been fearful of like celebrities or athletes or anything like that. Like I've met my idol, Derek Jeter, before and stuff like that and had perfectly good conversations where all of a sudden I just froze. And I'm like, I gotta go. I pointed to the simulator, put my head down and just walked because I had nothing to say back to Tiger. Like everything was going through my head all at once. And I'm just like, I was going to say something inappropriate. I knew I was.
I got nothing.
I had nothing for him. Absolutely nothing. Great guy. Was lovely. Just like, he was like, oh, okay. And just watched me beeline for the sim.
I've never met him. I've been around him, but never met him.
He's got an aura. I'll tell you that. Definitely has
if
an
you're
aura
a golfer,
about him.
he has to. I mean,
I've never been fucking just absolutely locked, like not being like frozen to be like deer in headlights.
I did caddy for Michael Jordan once in Charlotte. And that was pretty cool too.
I met Jordan in Vegas. Great dude. I love Jordan. I love Barkley. I've met Barkley numerous times.
Jordan gets a bunch of shit, and I think Jordan's awesome.
Jordan is great.
Thank you.
Jordan just doesn't.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Jordan is a great guy back there. He's absolutely hammering in the audio for everybody. We got Tommy Fleetwood coming back.
Did he pull hook it again? No.
No, dead straight.
So,
dead straight.
So he covered that. So we don't even need the other two numbers.
No, you really don't.
It wasn't even an option. He was just like, yeah, I'm sending it over.
Dude, he carried that 281, 309 total.
Ball speed.
There you go.
Apex 105. Not quite the 160 that Rory's got.
No. The question is,
how far by does this one go?
I mean, here we go. Holy shit. That is some speed. Oh, he can't. Holy shit.
Apex 140.
Okay, hang on. We got to see what was the carry distance. There was
got to be 140
there.
Apex, 187.
Come on, show the numbers.
Speed, 186.
311 carry, 334 total. And that was going uphill too, by the way. So this hole goes uphill.
So we were close. 187 is what I said. 140 Apex was
I
130.
mean, 332. Just could you imagine just absolutely
we're back to
destroying the
singles now.
ball?
That's good. We're singles.
Oh, we're in singles. Yeah, this is exciting.
He's got 289. Rory's got 189.
Tommy. Tommy's got that lean tonight. Oh, a little disgust, but it's going right at it.
Just can't get
Tommy.
there.
Yeah, he knew it. He knew it. He goes, I don't have
Rory.
I don't have the cock that Rory has. Rory's packing heat. Rory could fit in just perfectly into a never mind. I'm not going there. Not tonight, folks.
What's this guy's name? Oh man, I'm not.
That's Keegan Bradley.
No.
that is Super Troopers. That is Reno 911.
Because the guy interviewing him used to be NASCAR. I don't know how he got into golf.
Oh, I don't know his name, but he does have great hair and
Marty? Is it Marty?
yeah. Is it Marty Smith?
Marty Smith. Yeah. Used to be NASCAR.
Yeah, he did.
Now he's golf.
That's how he
Now
got
it's
it.
TGL.
That's how he got his big break. Well, no, he was college football too now.
Yeah.
And now TGL.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really just breaking the barriers here.
Let's see what Twitter's got going on.
Yeah. What do we got going on with
Who
Twitter?
can we troll today?
Of course, the glitch is going to come up. I guarantee that. I'm going to stay quiet on Twitter for a couple days.
I have 20 notifications from one thread.
No. Oh, no. Dude, you set up notifications for your threads?
Well, they're just
They come in. Yeah. Don't show that to the camera. Careful. They will pause that. They will zoom in. They'll use artificial intelligence to like break up the pixelation.
I'm going to be like, oh, that's who he is.
Oh, I thought that was like a wet spot on the green. But Rory,
Come on,
Rory,
Ball Frogs. We need something out of you.
just absolutely something right now.
Tommy's going to chip this in. They're going to go up 6-0.
Guys, we can't carry the TGL this entire time, okay? We need some type of action here. We've been sharing stories. I'm sharing stories I've never shared before.
All right, Tommy.
Just so that we can get through.
Do not chip in.
It's-
Such a simple chip, too.
yeah, but is it into the grain or down?
Oh,
Oh,
he
no.
nuked it.
Oh, no. Wait, this is good. We
need
need
this.
Boston to actually win a point. Just 1 point. Get us a point.
We haven't seen a putt made outside of 4 feet. So.
I just never fathomed that I would ever be rooting for a Boston team in my life. I was telling somebody yesterday, actually, and it wasn't you, that I fucking hate Boston. They're like, Boston's a great city. I was like, can't stand it.
It's a good city.
I've actually been in Fenway. I've been in the dugout, which felt like really bad. I had to take a bath 3 times afterwards.
It's a cool stadium.
It is. It's very nostalgic. Like when you're walking through there, you're like, holy shit.
You also you get into the bottom area and you don't even feel like there's a field. You're just like, oh, I'm in some basement of
you're
an
under the
office building.
bleachers.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy.
Oh no, Tommy ran 4 feet by. Just give it to Rory. We need to keep this close.
Oh, look at this guy. This guy is absolutely
Is he the one that goes to every
juiced.
game or every match?
Does he?
I don't know.
Is
There's
that
somebody
real?
that goes to every match.
Well, that's got to be him. I mean, why else would they show him? Because he's just screaming for Boston Common Golf. That guy was wearing like a soccer jersey.
Yeah.
Actually, I did see that. They're selling those. They're like soccer jerseys for each team.
Do you think their merch is selling better than Live?
That's actually a really good question. Would you buy?
Oh my God.
No.
Rory.
You finally had a chance to win a hole. You got to be shitting me right now. Yeah, I mean that is very fitting. Like, I do wonder, when are they going to turn to an interview? She was. Who is that?
Why was she so upset?
That might be the highlight of the night right there. And of course, Tommy just drains it.
Yeah, there we go. 5-0, 5 holes left.
How does Rory lose a par 5 with a par?
When he hit it 40 past.
That's fucking terrible. When are they going to cut to the DJ Khaled interview? Because they've been doing that almost every single
I think we need to get the
TGL
sound on
match.
if he goes to DJ Khaled. Their next hole is Boner Lake.
Okay, so Jordan, if they go to DJ Khaled, you're hitting the volume, and we're pumping that through if that comes up. We got Adam Scott versus Colin Morikawa, which basically is the two best ball strikers. So this could be interesting.
But Adam Scott just doesn't know how the tech works.
He was better last week. Adam Scott was actually carrying the team, and then all of a sudden, this week he has just
Tiger went to Perkins for the hash brown casserole.
Dude, pretty good. Pretty good. don't get it twisted. It's underrated. Bryce Barker, thank God they have intermission to give us a break from the hard-hitting action. That's actually a great comment. I wish you could heart comments on
Don't blink.
here. I wish we could heart comments on here for people.
We can star it. Look.
I would. Oh, you could star it. Dude, star Bryce Barker. That's great.
Don't blink.
I don't know what that does, by the way, when we star a comment, but pretty
no
cool.
idea.
Oh, Colin missed it. Are they playing a par 3?
So do they just have playing through? Do we have playing through on?
We are playing through right now. we're actually the commercial that coincides to the TGL.
I would rather, like, the playing through on the regular PGA Tour coverage, I'd rather them go to a commercial than
Me too.
playing through. I hate it.
Hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's disruptive.
I'd rather just be, while we were away.
Yeah. Got a fucking Mercedes driving across the screen. Of course, I'm going to watch that, and then I miss all the golf. Adam Scott.
Flush. All right.
Is there a purer golf swing than Adam Scott?
No.
Yeah. I think that's an easy one. I'm not even going to put that out there as a poll. Too easy. Do you ever hear my Butch Harmon story?
No. You know, I used to take lessons at Butch, not with Butch, but.
So, same.
Who'd you go see?
So, Bob.
The old
Good
guy.
Bob. Yeah. You know Bob.
I used to see Greg LaBelle.
Okay. Yeah, Greg was in there. This was during when Adam Scott, Natalie Gulbis, Corey Pavin, Phil actually was always hush hush. Phil Mickelson's coming through. Don't let Rick Smith know. And so that was a really cool time. But how he ended up finding me, I was playing on the Butch Harmon Vegas tour at Rio Seco. Now it's flipped. I believe it's like the 8th hole now, but it was the 17th hole at the time, par 5. And I hit a 3-wood out of the rough on the left. And I ended up hitting it onto the green. Well, Butch was parked in his cart up by the green, just watching everybody coming through. So after the round, I'm with my caddy. We've signed, we're in. I think I fucking probably shot like 77. Wasn't good. And so Butch comes up to me and just beelines. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like tapping my caddy. I'm like, dude, Butch is about to come up and say something to me. This is fucking dope. And sure enough, Butch comes up and in the most Butch way ever goes, hey, you that kid that hit that shot on 17? He goes, what club did you hit? And I go, it was a 3-wood. And I'm thinking he's going to compliment me because that was a hell of a shot. He goes, that's the dumbest fucking shot that I've seen a tournament play in my life. He goes, but you clearly have some talent, so why don't you come by the facility on Monday? I'm like, holy shit.
But
Not only did I get insulted, but I got invited to come train.
The best of both worlds.
Oh, man, I was in a mental fucking collapse there. I just didn't know what hit me.
That was the dumbest shot I've ever seen. Great shot, kid.
Yeah. You obviously have some talents. Why don't you come by on Monday? I'll never fucking forget it.
Speaking of that, Harry Hall's been playing good golf. Apparently, he went and saw Butch the last 3 months.
Well, you know who also worked with Butch in the offseason?
Who's that?
Good old Wyndham Clark. Not hitting the big cut anymore.
Left
straight.
old Jeff Smith?
Yeah. So we shall see. A little bit straighter of a ball flight for Wyndham. Found that one out.
He needs something. He struggled.
Let's see. How would you guys improve this format? Good question there, Bryce Barker. Really bringing the heat tonight. I like that. I would not have it be alternate shot. I would start off with individual match play to start off everything. Have it be a little bit closer. And then from there, I would probably...
Smoked it again.
I'd probably move to like a 2-man scramble deal.
I would just have it fixed. Just rig it.
Just fucking rig it. Rig the format, rig the technology. Every shot is 370.
Just. All right, well, looks like Adam Scott hit it to a foot.
Adam's fucked right here.
He actually shanked it off the screen, but there it goes.
This is an impossible pitch.
Made it. Oh.
No, you can't get spin. He played it too low. He tried to play a low spinner.
Oh, no, there it goes. Oh, no.
Oh, no, don't go in the bunker.
Well, another halved hole.
See,
5 points.
This is what I'm talking about, though. This could be a confidence killer right here for Adam Scott.
So now there's no reason for LA to throw the hammer because they can't come back.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
There's zero incentive for LAGC. Like they just hang on to it for the rest of the.
We need to add like a press.
See, Bryce, you and I, man, we're on the same page here. I feel like a scramble. Like even like for instance, the Live Golf versus the Muskies at the Grass League match, they did 3-on-3 scramble, which I was like, there's no way anybody's going to win a hole, but they did.
Yeah, I like that. It's still hard enough to make putts out there in the lights. The lights are making it hard to read the greens, but
those greens are tricky though. I've noticed that out there.
they're
At
cool. I
grass
like
clippings.
that place is cool.
It is dope. How they keep that in shape too, for as many rounds as they're pumping out there.
So there's one going in Charlotte called there's one in Greenville, South Carolina called Threes, and it's a very similar concept. And they're building one in Charlotte. Should have like road matches with the grass. These teams would fly out.
Yeah. Well, they got teams from all over. I mean, they got a bunch of owners of these teams.
Plus two, like Phoenix to Charlotte's easy. It's 2 American hubs.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty sick throughout the year.
Yeah, like when it gets to like May in Charlotte, and it's perfect. Tie it in with like Truist, or Old Wells Fargo.
Is that what it is now? The Truist?
Yeah, Truist.
Is that a?
It's another bank.
Oh, I was like, is that a malt liquor?
We went from bank to bank.
And here we go again. Another fucking win for LAGC, I believe. Holy good Lord, this is a fucking debacle. I got angry with the first match. I got angry with the second match. Finally, in the third match, we finally had a match. But like, this is crazy.
And obviously, we don't have the sound. None of these guys really have personality.
Well, I've watched after the first time we did the watch party for the very first match, I rewatched it on ESPN Plus the next day. And I was like, okay, we didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Like there was
That's
really
problem.
nothing there.
They're all great guys, but there's not like. This is designed to be entertaining, even if the golf's not good. Talk shit.
Yeah. Trot Golfer's asking what happened to Brent for the Monday Q. He got into Bogota. He is playing right now in a very tropical place. He loves the Bogota. So he was like, I'm going to Bogota. I'm going to go play in the Corn Ferry Tour event.
Ball goes 4 million yards there, apparently.
Bogota. I heard a lot of good things about Bogota.
Me too. And that doesn't have to do with drugs or women.
Which those two things I have heard are fantastic stuff out there in Bogota.
Last year we had a 57 there.
That's right. That was this week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that guy's swing was absolutely fucking terrible.
Cristobal del Solar.
Yeah, sorry about that. I hope I never run into that guy. But that thing is a thing of
LA
ugliness.
won. No, it was still 5-0. I was going to say LA won that hole.
It was just a tie, but I think that secured them the match. Because
Yeah,
there's
over.
12, 13, 14.
And if they have the hammer,
it's over. They should drop the
Swinging
hammer.
presses.
You know, they should really add insult to injury and drop the hammer.
I think you should be able to press. If you're down 5-0, you just be, hey, we press.
We really missed a big opportunity. Whatever happened to the dude on the side hill?
On what side?
Remember the ball like stopped? It was Colin Morikawa's tee shot, remember?
Oh, we did see
and it was on the side
I
hill.
think he hit on the flat.
Yeah, it went
That's
flat.
why, yeah.
He got to hit it on the flat?
Yeah. They put him in the rough.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane. That is cheating.
I mean, that's good. They should have let him hit off the flat, hitting 3.
Oh! Keegan Bradley, come down the hill. Come down the hill. No, Keegan, it's coming back. Why did they skip away from it? It's still fucking rolling. See? God damn it, guys. I know the technology better than the goddamn producers. Holy shit, I knew that was
They're
fucking...
like,
they
it's over.
fucking cut to him. He fucking turns away, and the ball's still trickling back to the hole. He's fucking 2 feet. Holy shit.
He got his putter out. There's no way he's putting that.
That got me absolutely hyped right there. Magic mind. Holy shit.
Pan away, pan away.
Look at this. I mean, how do you cut away from this?
He didn't get it high enough on the
Somebody
slope.
just got fired.
Dude, fire the fuck out of that producer right now.
He almost made the one. We need a hole in one. Fix it where it's a hole in one.
Actually,
That should have gone in.
last night, Todd Dobson was like, dude, how do you know all this shit about the goddamn TGL and the technology? And I explained to him my background. He goes, oh, that makes a lot of sense. He goes, I've seen you destroy people on Twitter lately. He's like, and it's hilarious. But I was like, how does he know all this shit?
Josh Teeter. Yeah, Josh Teeter, I mean, one of the all-time greats out there as far as people. Trot golfer.
There's some good people out there playing. Shocking in golf, you know?
We had some names from the past this week. We had Josh Teeter and Ollie Schneiderjans.
Dude, Aaron Baddeley had a crowd out there. Well, he's also got 32 kids, so. Oh, Justin, what the hell was that?
Trying to walk it in.
Yeah, he was trying to be Kevin Na out there.
From 40 feet. Didn't read it right.
Who was it in your group last night that pulled a Kevin Na, that walked it in? Was that Willie? No, it wasn't Willie.
It wasn't Willie.
Who the hell was it? One of the guys in your group. Maybe it was Squid Game.
It probably was. I mean,
okay, we got to explain this to the audience.
My favorite part of Squid Game hit 9-iron on 2 from 170. Came up 40 feet short. Not to toot my own horn, but I hit a 7-iron to about 10 feet. And I made sure it was known I hit 7-iron. That was not 9-iron. That was 7-iron.
I really appreciated Squid Game. He had sneakers on that had the triangle and the X. He was only missing the O. But he was slipping out there.
He's a really nice guy. And
super nice guy. We hung out with him afterwards. I was eating the quesadilla and we're all sitting there
he
drinking.
Was intense early.
Yeah. Well,
he's got. I was like, oh, okay.
He's got that in him. He's got a little like tenseness, but super nice guy afterwards.
By the way, I hit 7.
Let's get back to the score. He hit a fucking 7. Me and you were sitting out there.
I got no ego.
Yeah, you gotta lose the ego out there. The weather was getting a little chilly, and all of a sudden it's like guys are hitting 9-irons, trying to jump on it 172. You got David over here who's like, I know my game. I'm hitting a 7-iron.
I'm gonna hit this very hard 7-iron. Hopefully, go straight.
Like I can't tell you the last time that I've been sipping on some Johnny Walker Blue. Which, by the way, everybody who's on right now, we got about 1,200. Live streamers. Absolutely love that for everybody. Now, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Butsy and I are going to be doing the Johnny Walker event with Devro at Putt Shack. And we've got a full live stream that's coming. So look out for the live stream. It's going to be on all the same streaming channels here. But that's tomorrow at 3 to 4 p.m. Jordan's going to be with us as well, as I have the Scotch burps. Not the same as what Butsy brings to the table with the burps. He really just gets into that microphone.
And I'm going to try to come by tomorrow too.
Oh, dude, David Gies will be out there.
I want to see this putting action.
Dude, Putt Shack is an amazing place. I have had some nights at Putt Shack. Now, I go with people that cannot play golf. And they're always like,
that's the more fun.
Matt's a ringer. And then I just dominate. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I am. Absolutely, I am. I will not play. If you show up tomorrow, I'm not going. I'm not playing.
You saw me putt.
But we'll be out there. Butsy and I, the plan is, so from 3 to 4, we're going to be doing a live podcast with the guys from Devro, good old Bert and Will, and then also the Johnny Walker ambassador. His name's Paul, and we're going to be getting into it with him as well on the podcast. And then afterwards, by the way, so from 4 to 6, the event continues, okay? Because 3 to 4 is not good enough. 4 to 6 is where all the action is.
Where we talking?
We're talking action afterwards. And by the way, Butsy and I are going to have microphones in our hands. We're going to be walking around with the camera and just absolutely shitting on people while they're playing. It's going to be great.
I went in on shitting on people.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
I'm going to pass it by. David, what'd you feel about that guy's putting stroke? It was absolutely fucking horrible.
I mean, he took it back outside. He looped it back in. I mean, there's no chance you can make a putt.
I love this.
Like that.
So, Bryce, you're not far off, man. I didn't bring my putter with me to Putt Shack the first time, but I will tell you this. I was the asshole who was like, give me the kid's putter. I was like, that's the right size for me. And the girl who's like 20 years old, she's in a goth outfit. She's just like,
it's a paycheck.
Sir, you have to take the adult putter. But I'm like, no, I want the blue baby putter. And so I took it, and I did not fare like that was my worst experience.
I like the 16-inch putter. I want the 16-inch putter.
I want I want the little guy. I want to get down by my ankles and I want to whack it. But you will see the leverage of having the long putter actually makes a lot of sense because you're indoors.
Yeah.
So there's like this little wooden peg. So you can only take your putter stroke back like 7 inches. I don't know why it was 7 inches and not 6, but you can only take it back a small amount and then you got to whack it. So the small putter, you get no leverage. So I understood after that. I'm like, you need the adult putter. You need the black one.
So we're on the plank.
Yep, we're on the plank. Great hole here. The plank. Okay,
we missed the ball frog's first point.
Oh, how did we do that? Was I just jacking off around the whole event tomorrow? I think I was. I got excited about it.
But we knew it. I mean, Keegan hit it to a foot. We knew it was coming.
We did. That is. We didn't miss it.
We watched Justin Rose walking in.
We almost shit on ourselves without shitting on ourselves. It was great. Rory, 302 to the pin. Oh, this just falls right into place for Rory.
This is where they need to fix it, where this goes in.
Watch this. Watch. Oh, he's leaking. He's leaking. He hit what he hit on. Oh, no. He's in the hazard.
He'll just play from the rough.
Look at that look. What a whiny little look from Rory.
But this is where I think the producer should be like, okay, fix it where it goes in the hole. We need
some action. Yeah.
And then give him more world ranking points.
That was almost the exact shot that he hit on 14. That little fade. The high fade.
But now, like, if he made it, it'd be like, oh, that's 2 more world ranking points. He's now closer to Scheffler.
I'm going to tell you, I was shocked when the official World Golf Rankings came out and they're going to be giving the TGL guys World Golf Ranking points and they're going to backdate them to the first match, which is incredible.
So Tiger, is he in the top 100 again? He might be.
Tiger is actually back to number 47 right now.
So he's in all the signature without a sponsors.
All the signatures, just because of the TGL performances.
I like that.
It's unreal. I really feel for the Live Golf guys not being able to get the official World Golf Ranking points.
All these matches have an asterisk without. Gooch.
You know what's hilarious though? We were talking about it yesterday at Trevor's that. As we were sharing an adult beverage, 21 years or older, folks, drink responsibly. Now, as we were sitting there, dude, for some reason, when they sent over that for the event tomorrow, I love that line now. Drink responsibly, 21 years or older.
Just start telling your bartender.
It's going to come up like every 13 seconds now in the podcast.
I'm being responsible.
But we were talking about it yesterday. About the fact that where was my train of thought going with that? Oh, I was talking about
the Live World Ranking and what we were drinking at Trevor's.
No, hang on. What the hell were we talking about? I lost my train of thought with the drink responsibly. Damn it. It was really good too. You guys would have loved it. It was a really fun story.
We were sitting at Trevor's having an adult beverage.
We were. Hang on, let me take a sip of this.
We were probably talking about
blue.
Twitter feeds that naturally were trolling.
Oh, no, I was talking about how difficult it is being neutral, okay? Yeah, you got to have a little bit of Johnny Walker Blue in order to bring you back. Little hair of the dog. So I was talking about how I've always been very neutral. And you know this. You were talking about it yesterday with me, that you're like, well, you're pretty good with the Live Golf side. So... And you hate that. But so what's hilarious though?
I don't mind Live Golf.
So I get shit from both sides because like the PGA Tour guys will be like, "Oh, you're sucking up to the Live Golf side," and then there's the Live Golf side that fucking hates me, just absolutely. But
they also hate anybody that doesn't. Every move
just
they make,
love Live Golf.
Oh my God, Bryson went to the bathroom and it was beautiful.
Which is a disservice to Live Golf.
Yeah.
It really is. But that's what we were talking about. Hell of a story.
But that's the thing with those people on Twitter. Like, if you don't applaud every move Liv makes, they get, oh, you're just a hater.
Oh, they can't stand me. I mean, all of the Live Golf, like anti-Live, all of the guys that are on Twitter, and I shout out anti-Live because it's the first one that pops in my head, but there's a bunch of guys. and they love us.
Yeah.
But they also understand that, like, I do like live golf, which, by the way, I've been calling it Rydia. It sounds
Riyadh.
but it sounds like a disease. It sounds like a sexually transmitted
Yeah,
disease. You got Rydia today? You're in the doctor's office. I'm so sorry, sir. You have Rydia, and it's going to be under the lights. Okay. So Riyadh.
Well, they're sponsored by Riyadh Air now.
Yeah, Riyadh. Oh,
Piffle and Riyadh Air.
I mean, that's a shocker. A Saudi-based company that flies some people around. They need a big airplane to get these guys around. But that being said, good old Riyadh this week. And under the lights, it's actually going to be pretty damn cool. We just lost 500 live streamers, by the way. No. Is it over?
They just got a 6th
No,
point.
they're back. They're back. But no, as soon as I brought up Live Golf, they fucking left. They're like, yeah, we're done. The only one who's just clamoring right now is Anti-Live. Go to the comments real quick. Let's see. Is Anti-Live still on here?
No.
Pete Wilson. Y'all take the Mini Coupe soft top. So this is another thing that I have completely lost an ego around. I was at a wedding not that long ago, and there's some younger guys that were there. They're talking about their trucks. You drive a truck. See,
it's a rental car.
well, you drive a truck. You're the guy that gets a truck for a rental.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Usually I get an SUV, but
So they're talking about their
Phoenix Airport,
trucks,
we're struggling.
and they're like having a real bonding moment, right? And I go, guys, do you know what kind of car I drive? Or actually, I phrased it this way. I go, you know what kind of truck I drive? And they're like, oh, what truck do you have? And I'm like, I've got a Mini Cooper convertible. And they're just like, they all immediately started dropping profanities. Like, they started calling me the F word, the G word, the R word, like everything that they possibly could. They just started absolutely shitting on me. And then they realized that it had no effect on me whatsoever.
That's
and
cool.
they're like, why is this not affecting you? I was like, because I don't have a fucking ego about
there
it.
goes Morikawa.
Dude, Morikawa, just showing. Oh, yeah. See, he's talking to
He's
the
like,
boys.
text sucks. I actually made that one.
Yeah, he's like, guys, that was an inch.
But back to Riyadh, we talked about this too. Do you play your practice rounds at night?
Yeah. They've been practicing at night.
So what do you do the rest of the day? Do you never have to adjust to the time change?
I heard some rumors.
Go on the prince's boat.
There are some things there that cannot be spoken about.
Apparently Riyadh just got a liquor store.
Yeah, first time. Hell of a place. They love a turban. They love a good turban.
I was in the Middle East this time last year.
Yeah, you were.
I was in Qatar.
Hell of a place too.
Yeah.
You know, people shit on it. They're building. Have you seen this thing that is just like a reflection? It's like a mirror building in the desert.
No.
And it's like going to the water in like
Do they call
Saudi
it a Mirage?
Arabia. I think it's called the Mirage. I think as soon as the Mirage went out of business in Vegas, they're like, we're building a Mirage.
It's going
yeah.
in Saudi.
Yeah, we're fucking making this happen. But no, it's like a mirror. So it looks like it's just the other side of the goddamn desert and water. But it's not. It's like a full community in this like high rise. And then they're in the middle, it's all open. But it's mirrors on each side and it's thin. But it's going to hold like 1 million people.
So it's just a city.
But it's like this technology that like the average temperature every single day will be 73 degrees.
So it's controlled.
Oh, it's fucking fully
Like
controlled.
living in the
It's like
SoFi
living in the
Center,
TGL.
the SoFi Arena.
You think you're outside because of the green and the bunkers, but you're not. You're indoors.
So
But it's actually outside.
is Waste Management going to have to change their slogan of the greatest show on grass? And this is now
This might be the greatest show on grass.
Boss.
Artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like when fake boobs came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the girls with big natural tits got real upset. Didn't look as good. All right,
Not symmetrical.
we're digressing hard body right now, which is fine.
And we're down to 300.
I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do? I mean,
We're
shit.
trying to get the viewers back.
guys. We're
Picked up 18 just by mention.
18. How about that? I mentioned fake tits. That's an algorithm shift. They just put that on 15 more people's For You page. It's like, these guys are talking about boobs. You watch boobs all the time.
You watch AI.
375.
Oh, dude, start talking about tits, and all of a sudden, people start tuning in. Like, what are these guys talking about?
That doesn't look like tits. Looks like two dudes.
Oh, we're on to the final hole finally. Holy shit, it's been a marathon.
Can we press for the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Down 5.
Why, dude? No, that they need to add that. Just like in a great match at the club, you could be like, "All right, guys, we're pressing."
Yeah, we press.
Fucking pressing.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Wouldn't that be something? Instead of the hammer, lose the hammer, make the hammer the press.
Yeah. Hey, what do you want to press for? All of it.
Or, as we like to do in our money games, 2 down auto press.
Yeah.
2 down auto press, and then press when you're pissed. Those are the rules, guys. Those are the rules of the game. You lose a lot of money that way too if you aren't good at playing and gambling.
And they should start throwing their own money out there too.
Can we go to the Pete Wilson one once again? Y'all take the Mini Coupe soft top. I missed an opportunity being a Formula One driver because that Mini Coupe soft top, that thing, I don't like driving it, by the way, with the top up. Kind of feel like a clown.
Italian job.
Dude.
Brian says we got to get something together. I just really don't think that changes anything.
What's that? All for the deal? The deal's done. Did you know this? The deal's done.
It's just a matter of going
It's
through
DOJ.
DOJ, yeah.
Which,
But I really don't think it changes anything. Like, are the ratings significantly higher? I don't think they are.
it's not. No, there's been real damage done to the viewership. I don't think we're ever going to get that viewership back.
No, unless you have a personality like Tiger.
Yeah.
Which, good luck. You might have one.
Blades Brown.
Yeah.
We had a whole segment on Blades.
Hope he comes fist pumping and
Fucking people. People are so naive. They thought Butsy was being serious about him saying that he is better than Tiger and he's going to win more majors than Tiger. And he's going on and on. And literally, people on Instagram were just losing their minds.
will he win more majors than Ty Tryon?
Yes. Poor Ty, man. Ty is at the butt end of every joke. Our second episode ever on this podcast, I want to say it was episode 2. It might have been episode 3. Was David Ledbetter. And I was a big Ty Tryon guy.
Lead poison.
Like, I actually followed Ty Tryon at the BC Open in Endicott, New York, when that actually was a tour event. And he was 16 years old.
Because we used to have like the caveman logo, right? Was
Nah.
that BC Open?
Yes. Yeah. You got it. Because the comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sure enough, going out there watching Ty Tryon with his straight mullet in the back, with the fake blonde hair tips, just crushing it. I mean, the guy's golf swing looked great. I get why everybody thought he was a protege and so forth, but Ledbetter just absolutely went in. And he's like, yeah, I still talk to him and so forth. I'm like, not after this. I was like, holy shit.
He's never going to talk to you again.
His parents were terrible people. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, they ruined him. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, they said that about Michelle Wee too. So maybe it's all a Ledbetter
We're on to
thing.
something here. Yeah. Well,
Lead
and then
poison.
Ledbetter also dropped a really interesting story about Charles Howell III, about how there was an event and he was in contention, par 5, and he was like maybe 250 out, right? Instead of like pulling a 3-wood, he decides to pull out a 7-iron and lay up. And Ledbetter yells out to his caddy because Ledbetter's on site, like watching him, and he goes, "Haven't pulled 3-wood, haven't pulled 3-wood." And the caddy comes back. He goes, I told him to, but he won't do it. And so, sure enough, he ends up finishing like second or third, and he was like a shot back from winning. And he goes, Charles always played super conservative because they pay a lot of money for second.
I mean, that guy made a fortune because
A lot of money.
Every cut.
Another golf swing that I do love, actually, this might be a thing. I like the golf swings from Ledbetter's guys.
Yeah.
They look pretty. They
I saw
just don't
somebody
hold
asked
up.
about Jeff Smith, and he's kind of the same way. All his guys have.
Who's Jeff Smith?
The Vegas dude he's teaching.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be a troll of the century.
yeah,
right
I mean,
there.
all his guys have nice looking golf swings. Max Gracerman.
Grace, oh my God. Poor Gracerman. We're back up to 734, though, for viewership.
Was it the tits?
It was the tits. The algorithm was like, because you think of, especially on like X now,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nudity on X. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but
X has more than just nudity.
Do you know that I had to look up what "wata" means?
What is it?
WATAA, I think it is. And then Chudai.
I don't know what that is either.
These are like,
what's this from?
dude, Twitter. It's a wild world out there in Twitter. If you look this up, by the way, do not be at work because tits and ass will pull up immediately.
We're coming.
Yeah.
All right, what am I typing?
It's unbelievable. The censorship is gone.
He's on the burner account.
So CHUDAI. Look that up. It's going to be wild. DAI. I had no idea what these like actually meant or were. I just started seeing them, and I started seeing like,
oh God, that's a
wild
good one.
stuff. Wild stuff.
Here's one that's it's a. I'm not going to go graphic, but it's 6 in a circle.
David is in. David is in. Oh my God, it is. That's like a cult.
1, 2, 3. No, it's actually 8. 8 in a circle.
Holy shit! We just lost 48 people.
And it's 170 minutes long. People are watching 170 minutes
on Twitter, on X. Look at that. Who just stuck that? And it's rolling back a little. Look at that. Oh no. Why is that so far deep? It looked a lot closer on the technology.
Right,
is this the last hole? Oh, it is the last hole. Thank the Lord. We started getting into fucking Twitter porn.
8 in a circle.
What's crazy is that starts popping up in your feed, and you're just like, you got no control over that. I don't know how to get rid of it.
So if they press for all of it, Keegan just flagged it, and all of a sudden, it's
did he do it again?
Yeah, it's 6-6.
Wouldn't that be like it adds to the element that you're never safe,
and
out
it keeps
there.
people interested.
Yes, you kidding me? We just came up with the best format.
Yeah, we're in.
We're absolutely in.
We'll start our own league.
Individual match play through 9, and then go to fucking scramble for the last 5
And
or 6.
Strictly gambling, like gambling.
100%. Yeah, you're pressing. And guys are putting money on the line.
Yeah. So LA's up 6-1. We're pressing.
Yep. Now it's 6-6 because he just stuck it to a foot.
Or
Wins the hole.
Or Colin could make
He's got a
this and make
chance.
it,
He's got a chance.
Or he makes this and it's irrelevant.
I mean, his face is all over the TGL after tonight. That's the best player in the history of TGL.
So are they going to do like end of the year live style matches?
I hope so. I do.
Colin
there's
Moore,
playoffs.
Kyle
No,
versus Tom Kim?
there's playoffs. There's talk about playoffs. Playoffs. Oh, we almost made it. Holy shit!
The final score 6-2.
Love that. Love that.
Great game, guys.
Yep. Well done. Hey, cheers. Yep. Hey, you had to suffer through it too. That's pretty cool. Hey, Tommy. Yeah, sorry about the fucking glitch, bud.
You still won.
Yeah. What do we got in the comments? Austin says he likes to gamble on live golf.
So I did see something recently where Liv's dropping the ball on their fantasy.
By the way, as a caddy of the PGA Tour, you are allowed to gamble on live golf?
Ooh, that's. I
Is that a loophole?
I think it's off limits.
Is it?
I do. I think all golf's off limits because I think the guys that got in trouble on Corn Ferry gambled on the match and got
No fucking
yes.
way.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
And they bet like $100 on Bryson DeChambeau to win.
Oh no. That's not like a Pete
Suspended.
Rose situation. Yeah, that's stupid. I'm not gonna bring this up. I was talking with some caddies last night about a rumor mill.
You can bring it up.
That
Nobody knows who plays.
well, that you'll probably know this off of what I'm about to say. Tommy Fleetwood's caddy is no longer Tommy Fleetwood's caddy.
I didn't know that.
Part of the pinch.
No.
You didn't know.
I
what
know.
happened
I know
there?
why though. It has something to do with waste management ticket sales. No, not waste management. But
No, not waste
ticket
management,
sales.
but ticket sales. Yeah, yeah.
There's a few of them.
That's wild though. Like, if those are yours, why can't you go do that?
Well, it's wild on both sides of it. Who gives a fuck? And also, how much money are you making selling tickets? You can't make that much money.
Seriously. Like, okay, you're a fucking caddy. You're an independent contractor.
Yeah.
Why should you all of a sudden be banned because of that? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, we know multiple people that are.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I see both sides of it. Like, one, you shouldn't ban them for selling tickets. Honestly, who gives a fuck?
Also, what was wild is that half the caddies were like talking about it, and then the other guys were just like, I had no idea this happened.
Yeah.
They're like, Fleetwood's caddies and with Fleetwood anymore? They're like, oh, but it makes a lot of sense because if you knew where he was raised, like,
But still, how much money can you possibly make? I don't care if we get, what do we get? 2 a day.
yeah.
Let's say you get it from every other caddy. How much are Waste Management probably sells for a decent amount? I don't know.
I don't even know. Oh, that was the other thing that I heard from guys that were in the know about this. They were saying that guys got pinched because the person that they gave the tickets to sold them.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you know this. You know this story.
I don't know who got fucked, but it had to do with RBC.
Oh, RBC Heritage. Yeah, signature
somebody
event at
got like
Harbortown.
60 tickets.
Whoa, that's a lot of tickets.
Well, because it's like they text every other caddy, like, "Hey, are you using your tickets?"
Oh,
That's the thing. So
you really got to trust who you give them to.
yeah, so they sold. So this, when was it? It was recent. So they sold them, and I know exactly what it is. So they sold them to somebody, and the guy that he sold them to ended up selling them to.
Oh my gosh.
And then it got back because they can track every move that's made. So
Well,
like if
I
I
always
send you
knew that
tickets,
about
you
the
see 'em.
Masters. The Masters was very much that
But
way.
the
I didn't
Masters-
know that
but the
every
Masters,
other tournament.
they don't get in trouble with the Masters. They all make a fuck
Correct.
ton of money,
Correct.
and they don't get in trouble. It's like kind of like
It's the
don't
hidden
do
secret.
it, but
Yeah.
we're not going to do anything if you do.
And then every company does it too, by the way. That it's like every company that gets tickets from the Masters are like, it's a whole system.
Yeah.
You wait for the morning group to come back with the tickets. Then you get the tickets. You go out for a while. Then you come back and they give them to other people to go back in. It's like, it's a wild system, which is why it makes absolutely zero sense. The bureaucracy behind it.
But honestly, who cares? The people that sold the tickets initially have made their money.
Yeah.
Who cares what? Obviously, we get them for free, but really, who gives a fuck?
It's crazy.
Who cares?
It's crazy. All right. That is the TGL watch party for tonight, folks. It is over. It is absolutely over. David's going to come out, check us out tomorrow. We will be doing the live stream at 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. If you're going to go out to the Waste Management Phoenix Open, by the way, folks, just be careful. You're going to see some things out there that you've never seen in your life. And
Keep your head on a swivel.
great point. Great point. Just allow your reflexes to really guide you out there because
You're gonna get
otherwise,
some good stuff. You're gonna get some bad stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's going to be a full day. It's going to be a full day.
And the weather's perfect.
I mean, it is great.
It's going to be great for people getting drunk really quick too, because it's going to be hot.
And it's dry, so people don't understand the sun will suck everything out of you. And on top of that, with it being dry, you need to stay hydrated. Don't think that you're too big of a man to or woman, big of a woman to drink a bottle of water.
Have you been out there yet?
Not this year.
So the hydration,
I'm trying to stay away.
the hydration tent
Is
by
there?
the putting green
There's a hydration tent.
is
folks.
sponsored by
Jack
Daniels. I'm not kidding.
That's
I'm gonna send you a
absolutely
picture
phenomenal. Oh my God, please do.
It says
Because-
Jack Daniels, stay hydrated, and then it's just like a fill your water up station.
So we had the caddy thing yesterday, which I was like, I'm not going to go to the open. I got to go to this caddy thing. I'm probably going to have a few beverages. Sure enough, did. Then today, I'm like, we've got this. We've got the TGL watch party. So took it easy today. And then tomorrow, we've got the Johnny Walker and Devereaux event at Putt Shack. 3 to 4 o'clock live stream. So definitely tune into that. And then afterwards, 4 to 6, we're going to be going on live on things like Instagram and just absolutely rattling people out there while they're trying to putt. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal stuff. But 4 to 6, it is open to the public, folks. So come on in, come on over to Putt Shack, try some of the Johnny Walker. As long as you are drinking responsibly and above the age of 21 years old, enjoy yourself a beverage. I've been drinking Johnny Walker Blue tonight, and it is absolutely fabulous. It's my favorite scotch in the world. I absolutely love it, and that's a fact. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because that's disgusting to do. Just a horrible thought. But also with that, I don't know what else I was going to say. Oh, Thursday I'm going to be out at the Waste Management. So Thursday, I've done the Tuesday. Like last year, I was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I took off Sunday. But my God, that was too much.
So is it true Monday, Tuesday's free for people?
Is it?
I've heard that. I heard it was free to go in.
I think Monday is.
Monday was free. Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, because is Tuesday free? Tuesday could be free. Wednesday's
people
not.
Everywhere on 16.
Wednesday's like Pro-Am, like you need to pay for a ticket.
Yeah.
I always had tickets though. That's weird. Like Tuesday, well, I also had Greenskeeper passes, which is like the VIP with free food, free booze. So yeah, that was different.
I was told today sluts.
Sluts?
That's what
or
I heard.
slots?
Sluts.
Sluts, yeah.
The greenskeeper.
A lot of, well, that's a given. I mean, the Waste Management Phoenix Open is also a fashion show. I didn't know if you knew this.
Yeah, I saw it today.
Oh,
yeah.
Unreal. Some of those
There
outfits.
was no runway, but
Yeah.
it was a fashion show.
I mean, you could cut up a towel, a hand towel. You could absolutely get yourself
Do some damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, folks, as we wrap this up, this was our TGL watch party. I'm just going to repeat myself all over again. Tomorrow, Putt Shack in North Scottsdale, Arizona. If you are here locally, come on out 4 to 6. We're going to be doing a live stream from 3 to 4. Interviewing the Devereaux guys. We've got a brand ambassador from Johnny Walker, so we're going to be talking some Johnny Walker. We're going to be enjoying some Johnny Walker responsibly as well. At least I hope so. I did sure enough tonight. And Devereaux Golf. Go to Devereaux. I'm wearing it right now. This is the chaos that you should expect at the Phoenix Waste Management Open or the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Devereaux Golf, DEVEREUX golf.com. Utilize promo code PullHookGolf20 at checkout for 20% off your entire order at DevereauxGolf.com. David, thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, man.
You're an absolute legend.
Always.
We got to do it more often. And yeah, looking forward to
we'll do it
seeing you
we'll
out
do it
there
again.
doing some real work out there.
Hopefully we do some damage.
All right. See you, everybody. Peace out, A-Town. Oh, hit the music. Hit the music. Hit the music. Oh, dude, how catchy is this music? This is unreal.
Is this Jordan's doing?
Jordan.
Oh, yeah.